Hey, what's up, man? Welcome back. It's a Wednesday night. The whole crew is in the building, man. No strings attached. Let's get it, man. Let's get right into it. We got a long way to go. Short time to get there tonight, man. Thank everybody for joining us. Y'all know on this show, I haven't said my tagline in quite some time. We talk about relationships in the culture, and we allow everybody that comes on the panel or in the chat to express themselves in their most organic state, or now the disclaimer, or as much as YouTube will allow. You know what I'm saying? What you want me to do? I don't control the algorithm. So tonight we are talking about the theme of tonight's show is for better or worse, right? Because we got a lot of scenarios going on that have went viral with celebrities and other people that like really bring into question in marriages, long-term relationships. How much can you put up with in this for better or for worse? Before we get there, let's get to the crew real quick, man. We got everybody on deck. My cousin and your cousin, Frank Ocean's cousin, Torian in the building, aka I Runs Wild. What it do?
What's up, y'all? Happy Wednesday. Happy hump day. If you humping, y'all already know what it is. On my wild-ish. Let's get it.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. And of course, man, the proprietor of Glints, it's the homie Lionel, aka LNL. What it is, my guy? Okay.
This is so hard to do looking at the camera. What's good, y'all? I'm giving y'all the vibiest version of myself. I'm in this bitch. What up? Happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday. You dig? And we got Sister Mo, Shouty Mo, Cozy Mo. What up, Mo?
What up, though, y'all? What's going on? You know how we do on a Wednesday night. I'm just glad to be back. Glad to be here. Let's get it.
Let's get it. Short and sweet. Keep it going. We got Miss Parker in here with us, man, on her cowboy-ish tonight. What up, Miss Parker? AKA Hey Chanel.
Hi, how are you guys?
Ooh,
You did.
we got some words today.
All right, so let's go. Let's go. And of course, man, I called her the Puerto Rican princess of no strings the other day.
Which is crazy.
Naomi in here, man. What up, Nate?
Hey y'all, happy No Strings Day. I'm so glad to be back here on another Wednesday, like ready to chop it up with y'all.
Let's go, man. Hey, yo, let me make sure I thank everybody.
Neighbor's crazy.
What happened?
I'm like, it better have been some fireworks.
It sounds like some gunshots.
No, it had better have been some fireworks.
I do want to thank everybody that tapped in and joined us on Saturday, man. We had a great live show. We have to set another one up. We had a great time, man. And it was definitely dope kicking it with everybody. So thank y'all for supporting that as well. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right. But let's get to it though. Tonight, man. Let's get right to it. Right before we jumped on, who is this? Keke Palmer. Is this just her baby daddy? Are they still together? Do we know what's going on with Keke Palmer and this dude?
Last I know, it was just her boyfriend.
Okay, are they still together though?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
her baby daddy?
huh?
Yeah, it is her baby daddy.
Yeah, baby daddy, boyfriend, you know.
Well, that's two different things though, Torin. I'm with Amber on that. We need to figure this out. It can be one and the same.
Right's one to say. So
okay, got you. Okay, I didn't know. Hell, I don't know the little guy. But okay,
I mean, where are they together? If he got, that little message, well, I'm gonna let you go.
Yeah. So okay. So tell us what. So he was upset. So he posted on social. So let me back up. She went to Vegas, took part in the Usher concert. I keep telling y'all, Usher is a menace. I told y'all this on the show a month ago. I told y'all, Usher is the problem. Y'all don't want to listen to me.
No, these insecure men is the problem.
Usher told us he was the problem years ago.
He is the problem. And so, but on the thing, he was upset about her outfit. At least that's what he put in his message. Let me put it up real quick. I'm gonna play the whole video as well from Ursh. I can't play the audio for obvious reasons, but let me put this up. Let's see. There we go. So this is her with Usher. Of course, Usher came over to her section. That's the comment that her boyfriend put up. It's the outfit though. You a mom, right? He was like, "Why you all out here with the assy hanging out?" So let me fast. Can I get to that part where she out here? Because first of all, let me play the whole video. I can't do it with the audio, y'all. I'm sorry, but we'll describe it. So Usher's singing to her. She's singing back. Usher's the problem in this all the time. She's excited. And then, so he's holding her, you know what I'm saying? Now, he lets her go, and she's swinging. And then she got beside herself, and watch what she do. She turned around and let Usher see that thing. There you go.
Ooh. Yeah.
He turned around and said, there you go, Usher. If you're really talking about it, there you go. You understand me? And so y'all, I don't know. How do you describe this outfit? I don't know what the hell it is.
It's
So-
like a see-through dress, but there's a bodysuit underneath it covering her goodies, except for her ass is kind of out. So
Right.
That is a thong bodysuit.
yeah,
A
so
thong
a thong
bodysuit. There you go.
bodysuit.
Right. On underneath her little sheer outfit, right? And
Right.
so that's
Such
or
a
the
classy
boyfriend.
dress.
Yeah, he said it's the outfit though. You a mom. Talk to me, Torian. Was he tripping? Was he out of line?
He definitely tripping to me. At first, I was giving him the benefit of the doubt that, like, oh, he joking. Like, this is like how they banter. But I was like, what? Like, he doing too much. He not secure in his relationship to me. What I'm looking at, like, I'm just like, somebody who's secure in their relationship would not care. I feel like it's bigger than the outfit. It's how she was like all hooded up with Usher.
Usher's the problem. There y'all go. Y'all are coming around to me now.
No, I'm not saying Usher the problem.
Usher's the problem.
I mean, maybe he is the problem because he's just that nigga. Like, I'm sorry. Like, everybody want a fangirl over him.
Yeah.
I feel
Yeah,
like
he
the
couldn't
only
take that
problem-
L. He should have just took that little L and said, hey, man, she went to go see the Usher concert.
Right.
You know, she got a little into it. Just, you know, accept that and move on with your life.
Yeah, the only problem is her person that's bringing
Her
this
what?
to the streets. Like, why bring this drama to these people club? Why you bring this drama to outside these people's club? Basically, like, this has nothing to do with you. So it's between Kiki and Usher.
Right.
Whoa,
Or
whoa,
just,
whoa, 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 whoa. Don't say right. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa.
no, because it's like you should have just left it at the playground. You know, should have talked to her at home. You went to the internet. Now we got to talk. Now we got to defend our good sis Kiki because you got us messed up.
Let me tell you what happened. He would have,
Yeah.
this is just my perspective. He would have been fine with this whole video. But when that woman turned around for no reason at all and showed that ass, he said, oh no.
She definitely did show the ass.
Yeah, he said, oh,
She
no.
did turn around and show the ass, but she may like be feeling herself because I feel like as of late, right, the internet has been hyping up Kiki like since she's had the baby, like they've been hella like feeling her body and shit, right? Like they've been making lots of comments about her body. So yeah, it can be her boyfriend's like kind of being insecure, like that's kind of getting to him. Like, okay, so everybody is like sexualizing her, looking at her, like seeing her as this bad bitch. He's like, damn, just cover up, please.
I don't like how
I'm a loser.
I don't like how
Not that he's a loser, but I feel like
No,
men
he gonna
should just-
lose her. He's
Oh.
going to lose her. But he is a loser too. So like, the same.
Okay, bars.
Okay.
I don't like how he said you a mom. What does her being a mom have to do with what she has on? Like, to me, you alluding to like what type of mom she is just because of what she have on. What she's supposed to do? Look like a bum?
Right. Be covered up.
It's just slut shaming.
Like, I don't like how, like, that's some stuff you should have had a conversation with before she went. Why didn't you know what she was wearing before she went if y'all was together?
He probably was mad. He's like, I get to her whole ass.
Yeah.
I have to show that ass again.
At the end
Like,
of the day, she's the
that's
star in this
like,
relationship.
that's
and you
being
just-
sassy. He's sassy. Like, sit down somewhere.
And his
Not
grammar was
calling him
incorrect because he
sassy.
should have said you're a mom. He said you a mom. Like, talk correct if you want to come.
Hilarious, Torian.
She's a star. That's what she is, and she's just being a star.
But
You
why
wouldn't
can't
understand.
y'all-
this.
When I told y'all this, what was it? It's been at least a month, maybe 2 months ago. When I told, listen, I understand his pain. I was at this exact concert with Usher a few months ago, and I saw my wife transform into a whole different human being. I know what he's going through. I was sitting right there. I sat front row. I was sitting right in front of Mona Scott Young of the damn Love and Hip Hop fame. And when this man came down and looked at my wife as he was singing this song, I felt a piece of her leave. Whatever small percentage, of her 100% left, it stayed with Usher that day.
Y'all got to understand that this man is on a residency. This man is at work. This man is on a residency in Las Vegas, and he's selling it. That's it.
It was a hell of a show.
You know, he's selling it, and then at the end of the day, who are buying the front row seats? Just look at this entire group is ladies. Like those are the ones who are coming to see to see Usher down. There's hella ladies. I just had like 5 of my family members that are all ladies, plus 2 friends randomly go see Usher last weekend. And so it's just like he understands his audience. He's working the fucking crowd, and he's making the woman she's feeling like a lady right now. She's looking sexy. She got
there you go. That's
put that shit on. Yeah. And this is what she's supposed to do on a night out, a girl's night out, to see Usher.
And her body has changed. She has had a whole human. Like,
well, that's what I'm saying. She's feeling like a lady. He's helping her feel like a woman. This is good. It's okay. This is a concert. We want to just keep it a concert. It's not like they're going backstage. Like, you don't want to do the most. This guy's like fragile little ego felt away. Versus like it's your woman. This is the mother of your child. It's not for anybody on the planet. Woman though? Huh?
Is it still his woman? I don't know. Because I'm with Mac. Her body language is saying Usher can get it. That's what her body language is.
If that's not still his woman, then he need to stop acting like a bitch. Because
I feel like Kiki was giving it. Like, do y'all remember when like he was serenading Issa Rae? And like, you know, Issa had just gotten married. And he was serenading the fuck out of Issa, right? But she was giving a different energy, like, okay, like, let me not do too much. But I feel like Kiki is like, nigga, all the way on there.
Issa's half black girl.
Issa's African. I know.
Black girl. That's what Issa is. So she always like, but Kiki, she into it. She in her shit. She in her bag.
Right.
Job. She go work and she go give the tease, and that's what
I get from this is a comfortable woman. She's comfortable in her skin. She's comfortable in the look she put on. She's comfortable in her hairstyle. She's comfortable with the crew she's with, and it's just given like she's getting her life tonight. Like people, she's literally just at an Usher concert getting her life. That's all.
Yeah, but he said it's the outfit though. He felt all that. He's like, okay, she's getting her life.
Nah, see, that's the part for me that's cap though, Naomi. That's cap. It wasn't that outfit. It couldn't be the outfit, right? So he's saying that what he had a problem with was what she was wearing. Stop. Come on.
I mean, if we are looking at it like he's a grown man, I'm sure he understands like how
I'm gonna tell you
work and like that, you know, she paid money to be there to be entertained. So I feel like it could just be the outfit, and I feel like it's just all the intention that she has just based off.
It sounds good, Naomi. But now I gotta hit the homie though with a this you, right?
Right.
Because this was him. This was him. What, like a month ago?
Boom. Yeah.
He posted this. I didn't post this. This wasn't a post that somebody took.
No, and that's what started it off. Like, damn, you started her fucking.
He in the background.
You started her whole face.
Not her whole face.
He said, "Y'all see this work."
Right.
And now that you need to sit down and because he started it. You started letting everybody show your woman's ass. So what you mad for? Like,
and that's why I said it had nothing to do. And that's why I said it wasn't the outfit. It was that goddamn Usher. It was that damn Usher Raymond IV. That's what did it.
It sounds like you got some animosity because of the.
Not me. I accepted it. I
came to terms with it. Yes, it is.
I came to terms with it already.
Your feelings out of it. We talking about Kiki now.
I know my wife left maybe 0.3%. Maybe 0.3% she left with that nigga that day. I get it. I accept it. But this nigga didn't accept it because this is what he was posting, right? He was showing us, look at my wife, look at that thing. I mean, that's super form fitting shit. I can see more in this than I could in the other video.
Right.
If we being trill, and she trying to learn this one.
Nigga, you do not see more in that than the other.
Yeah, I'm like,
please chill the fuck out.
No, you're wilding.
Lying on camera.
Y'all are wilding.
I agree with what he's saying.
Yes. You saw her whole ass.
Yeah, but right here you see each cheek, how it moves, how it wiggles. As a man, this totally gives you more to work with. That little turnaround, that's what I was saying. That was all so loose, light, and just it felt like fun energy. Like it was just her being
I
out
don't
there.
know. Turning
And
your
just imagine
ass to
each
a
woman is so
boyfriend
different.
being
That was
a
Kiki
bitch.
Palmer having a good time. If you have another type of woman in there having a good time, it's gonna look a little different. Like you have Issa Rae, might be a little this, might be, but ultimately it's just women having a good time at an Usher concert. This right here is getting a little. You can see what she's working with a lot more so here.
Oh, yeah,
But
them things
nonetheless,
is
I do feel like that
Ultimately.
tweet was cap. The whole thing was just he was probably uncomfortable with that interaction and just like I gotta type. I had to say something. You know, when people be mad, bitch. Mad energy is that. It's just that. Like you're a mad hoe now. And so now you're looking for anything across the board. You're looking low, high, left, and right, and that's what you came up with. But at the end of the day, she's just getting her life. Come on.
Yeah. He had
Okay,
somebody
so
come
me and
here and
Tamara
tell
fly
him some
out to
bullshit.
Vegas. Me and Tamara fly out to Vegas. We motherfucking lit at the Usher conference concert. She in the same outfit. She got the same outfit. Ass is out. Thong. That's a thong bodysuit. Ass is out. And don't be on. I know what Tamara would be like. And no, so her ass is out.
I genuinely don't give a fuck. Like because what do I look like trying to police a girls trip in Vegas at an Usher concert? Like that makes me look like a panini. Now I'm pressed. Now I'm the one. Like no. Like I totally understand, and y'all know my standpoint is just because you have a person and like you guys are committed to each other, that doesn't mean like you're in prison now. And like I'm gonna run this bitch like Jocelyn Hernandez like a prison. That's never gonna happen. It's not the penitentiary. Like you still should absolutely get your fucking life. Like I said, I will style her for the concert for the trip. Hey, make sure you wear this on Tuesday. Don't forget that detail with this look. That's very important. And then get your life. Have fun. Do you need some cash for the drinks? My only question is, do you guys have fun? Okay, what time are y'all gonna be back? Got it.
Usher let us stay in his penthouse for the next week. Like we'll be back later.
Wow, this is the same. I'll be up there probably the next 30 hours. I'm gonna drop the kids off.
No, just keep the babies. Just keep the babies. Can you pick up cash too? Like
well, I'm not available. I'm already on the plane.
See, y'all were my idol.
I'm like, Torian, you out with me? We going to the airport. Let's go. We going to Vegas. Right.
Not finna act like Matt Barnes. Finna drive
30 hours. Well, we got a penthouse.
Right, and we ain't fighting. We finna come party with y'all. Shit. We bring some weed.
I'm like, I've been a fan since Confessions.
Okay.
Like no dicks allowed. Bad bitches only, please.
Usher's a menace out here to these relationships. With the other girl, y'all told me it wasn't that big of a deal. They all eating off the same damn strawberry and all this whatnot.
It wasn't. It's all fun.
The hell out of here. Y'all ain't sharing no damn strawberries.
Nah. And then
like also one of those things you don't want footage like this. Like you really don't want to know the ins and outs of a girl's trip. You know, just like you don't want to know the in and outs of a guy trip. It's just like you don't want to just like that's not something you want to ponder. Right?
Why I don't want to know? Because there better not be no crazy shit happening.
Yeah,
I want to know what the fuck y'all been doing. What the fuck y'all been doing? You got me.
Just like, what's the point in knowing that you was like vibing with Usher at the concert? I'm like, oh wow, that's how you met him. Great. Like that's as far as I need to know.
Yeah, you don't want to be blindsided by a video.
She didn't bent
I
over.
wouldn't mind being blindsided because if some shit come up, it comes up.
Yeah.
And at that point I have like grounds to react.
No, and then you're like, it's the outfit though. I told you to wear that Tuesday.
Why do you that exactly? Not she wore the Tuesday outfit to the concert.
Yeah.
Tierra funny.
See, I'm with you, Tierra. So basically be single when meeting Usher?
No.
Or you will be after.
I go to a Sierra concert. This is like let's say this is 2010 or 8 or 9 when Sierra was having concerts and it was popping. If I were to go to Sierra concert or Rihanna concert, I'm gonna bust a wine. If I get on stage, if she calls me on stage, I'm gonna bust a wine. Let's say Janet Jackson calls me on stage, I'm gonna bust a wine. I'm gonna do what I have to do. I'm gonna do what I want to do. I'm gonna make it a great time. I'm not gonna be considering, my relationship, because my relationship's not at stake. I'm about to bust a fucking wine right now. It's gonna be a nasty one and a mean one.
Shout out to Envy. Listen, I agree that Usher is a menace out here. Listen, I thought it was fake until I was right there in it, and I said, damn.
Roy said, I have firsthand experience.
Yeah, until I was there and I said, yeah. This is
man
real. And
traumatized.
there was nothing I could do about it. I understood.
Obviously.
Yeah. Well, fuck you. First of all,
whoa, Roy.
wait, you about obviously? What you mean obviously?
Anyways, I did my research, and if you look at the picture, he was in his drawers. You know, so like that's being hypocritical.
Oh yeah. Her boyfriend.
Ain't you a dad though?
Get him.
I mean, yeah. I'm telling you, that whole outfit thing he said was cap. He was mad because the whole Usher thing. You know, that's what he was mad about. He should just come out and say that.
Because look at her body language in that video too. Like she was like giving like tease. Like she was like turned around. She got her little twirl. You know, show out the outfit to the whole crowd. It wasn't just to
okay,
Usher.
but Usher is the
and
one.
Then she said,
not her.
She said, "You ain't getting this, this my man." She said, "This my man. You ain't getting this."
We wanted her 5 minutes of fame too. Now
I'm with you.
She's already famous, and not for twerking ass, and not for that ass.
She was feeling her
show. Let that nigga perform.
She's feeling herself.
He the one told her to come on. He ushered her on.
Actually, no. He went to her section. He walked over there. He walked over to that girl section.
Maybe she worked out in the gym. Maybe she lost 10 pounds.
Oh, no, she looking, listen, I'm not mad at it. Let's not get it fucked up. She looking good out here in these streets. Kiki, shit, I'm not mad at you at all. And I wanted to remind Kiki a few months ago that I was never making fun of her when people was talking about her skin, just in case we cross paths and you single and I'm single, Kiki.
You probably was, because I thought we talked about it.
No, I was never making fun of Kiki Palmer. Shit, fuck up my potential opportunities in the future. The hell you mean?
Now you keeping your options open.
I just wanted to know that, hey, I was not one of them. Let me say this, because somebody wanted me to talk about this today. I'm not going to talk about this topic. Y'all, if y'all want to talk about it later in the show, we can. Y'all know me how I feel about India Arie. That's the one person that I'll let y'all talk about Beyonce if I let y'all talk about my girl India Arie. That is that woman stole my heart at a very young age, and I love me some India Arie. And she said that you heathens don't need to be doing this shit at Essence Fest. You heard her, goddammit. And
what
we ain't gonna
Essence Fest?
Was it Essence Fest? What was it?
It was Essence Fest because it was Megan's set, and Megan had her Megan boot camp going on, and had the girlies on stage twerking, and Janelle Monáe was on stage applauding and getting into it. And India Arie was all in her feelings and her brown skin feelings about our brown skin.
Hey, watch yourself, Tori.
She was all up in arms with the brown skin girls having fun.
Yeah, but I don't know about Essence Fest.
She was pulling that what's the old women that was on the Tyler Perry movie when they was mad at the family reunion that they was gyrating and stuff. That's what she was giving. He was giving that.
That's what it sounds
on
like.
this land.
Right. That's what she was
y'all gonna leave my baby India alone. All right, let's go here though.
Somebody brought up.
Don't you do it, Torian. We not gonna slander.
No, how she didn't say nothing about Jill Scott. How Jill Scott was on her set talking all nasty and
because she been a freak. Okay, she been a freak the whole time she been out.
Wait, did y'all hear that national anthem she sang?
Yeah, she was.
I like that.
Don't worry about it. I'm finna get you court martial. Don't worry about it. You like that? You like what she did? I'll get you court martial. Don't worry about it. Let me make a call. Stop this shit on that damn 4th of July. I didn't even check. Is everybody's fingers good? Because people be getting fingers and everything blown off 4th of July. Y'all like
you texted us happy 4th of July. Like
somebody on my timeline's kid got his.
I'm just saying. Really? It's always an accident. People do too much of these damn fireworks. Just pop them and run. Don't try to hold them and play and throw them at folks. It always goes bad.
Okay, Tiara, it wasn't actually. It was her own version. You should really go look it up. It was. Yeah. It was. It's something that you should get court-martialed if you like. If you're in law enforcement. But okay, do any of y'all young folks watch this show? Is it still even on? Shit, I don't know. Yes, it is. It's still on.
Wait, there's so many love and stuff.
The own channel is
Love and Marriage.
Look, I thought he was gonna say Love and Hip Hop or some shit.
I know, right?
I know.
Love and Marriage.
No, we don't watch that shit.
Yeah, this is
fuck Love and Marriage.
Damn.
Now I actually know about this because
I do watch Love and Marriage. I'm watching the DC one right now, but I'm not watching Huntsville this season because it's pretty boring.
Well, yeah, this season is pretty boring, but it was.
Well, here's what's not boring. I don't know if this is a storyline and out on the show, but what's his name? Maurice Scott, one of the brothers, one of the actual brothers on the show. His wife, I forget his name, Kim. I think?
Kimmy. Her name is Kimmy.
Kimmy. So Kimmy, I'm not sure what stage or what level, but she does have cancer. I'm not sure exactly. Y'all know what type of cancer she has? I don't know.
Cancer.
She does have breast cancer. Okay, she has breast cancer.
Oh, she beat it. Wow.
She has breast cancer, and here is him. This is Maurice in an interview.
He's an idiot.
This is what he was talking about: the cancer and his sexual needs. Y'all check this shit out. First of all, let me give a shout out to Reality King. Give a shout out to this show. Shout out to him for the audio. We playing this. Fair use, my guy. Don't hate.
Carlos King toxic ass. We can't hear it that much, Roy.
You can't hear it?
Oh,
It's real low.
Yeah, that's as high as it's going. Damn it.
Oh, damn.
Hold on. Okay, well, y'all can read the damn words at the bottom. So he asked, he asked him, despite what she's going through right now, right? You still feel that there's a happy medium between in terms of pleasuring you. That's what she asked. That's what he asked him. That's a wild statement. I ain't gonna lie to you.
we couldn't hear nothing. We over here reading.
My bad. I told y'all to read the damn thing. Y'all should have read it. All the words.
Why didn't you read it? You always like reading.
I mean, yeah, we got people who listen without the video, so they need to know what's going on.
Well,
damn, that is.
I was listening on.
They like it's quiet.
Right, like what happened? They checking their headphones and shit.
Hey, I was listening and I heard it. So maybe what happens is if y'all get your
Tierra said, Roy.
Y'all know Tierra's a known hater. So we don't take that into account. But anyway, he was talking about the fact that he basically asked her to continue to perform sexually. And he even went as far as to say basically like she's a trooper because she just rolls over and even if she doesn't desire it, goes through with it. Like, I don't know. It was a wild ass statement.
I don't know if it's that wild.
You don't think it's that wild?
I don't think it's that wild, especially the way he
Naomi, leave, Naomi.
No, because I feel like cancer isn't just hard on the person who has it, right? And especially like if you're in a whole ass marriage, like should he be making her have sex if she's like just in so much fucking pain and she can't stand it? No, but I feel like if that's
literally what he said. Naomi, he said she suffers through it.
Well, probably I feel like suffering is just like she just don't want to do that shit. She don't feel like doing that shit.
I mean, if you're on chemo and you don't feel like it, you shouldn't have to just because he wants some.
Okay, but then y'all was mad at married people for leaving their spouses when they get sick. Because, like, should your needs just stop being met just because your partner is going through something terrible? Or y'all are both going through something terrible? Because if the person that you love is sick and dying, you're feeling some type of way too. But I feel like with him, he was saying that like he needs sex. So he's probably more on some like nympho shit. I don't think that not everybody just needs to be having sexual intercourse. But how long should you be going without sex because your partner is sick? Like
he wants it when he wants it, because even when she was sick, he felt like anytime he wanted it, she should just give it to him, whether she wanted it or not. Like, he's an idiot for real.
I mean, niggas be feeling like their wife should have sex with them whether they want it or not, like even if she's healthy.
Okay, but he come with drama and baggage, so he need to humble himself and sit his ass down.
And he don't even want to take care of
I don't know nothing about these people. So
right, he's a horrible person, so don't defend him.
I mean, so you marry a horrible person. If you marry a horrible person, you're a horrible person too. That's just the way I see it.
Judging by this situation, I can kind of see he may not be the best person, but I mean, let's really talk about it because they're married. Yes. So this is a married couple we talking about.
Mhm.
Okay. So we can go back to what a marriage and that union is when it comes to being married at the same time because yeah, it's not always going to be rainbows and butterflies. Like I understand that if you feel like you absolutely like really can't do it, I gotta go. Like then you probably don't need to be married to a person in the first place. If that's the type of shit that's going to make you run, like it's a lot more because life happens. Like that's the thing about marriage and partnership. Like life is gonna happen. Like and then unfortunately it happened in a way where people don't expect to get sick like that. Now is he going through things as the partner of someone that's sick? I understand that, but at the same time he doesn't understand the level that she's at. She's the one who's actually sick and going through the sickness, going through these things. Like it's a bit selfish in my opinion because it's like like I mean, you're going through the second hand. I'm going through this shit firsthand. Like this is actually my body, how I'm feeling. Like I'm not feeling 100%. I'm feeling sick. I'm probably throwing up and shit if I'm doing chemo and things like that. Like it definitely changes a person physically. And so to be able to say like, oh, she just rolls over and takes it. Like that's really crazy to me. Like I don't feel like women should have to be subject to that. You know what I'm saying? Just because a man can't control his desires and needs, like that's where I think that self-control comes in. I mean, there are ways to please yourself. You got to understand also too, there's post-nut clarity. Maybe you just need to get that nut off. Go get that nut off. You know what I'm saying? Like, but you can do that yourself,
Exactly. That's what I
to
was.
be there for your wife. Like she needs you in a way that it's like, I understand maybe that's
he needs
where
her in a way.
No, he just.
This is not about him right now. It's
not.
crazy. He needs to let it go, especially because it's not like he's on the
Puss.
deathbed. If this bitch was sick too, and it's like, okay, what do you need, sir?
Yeah, not this
Like,
bitch.
this is crazy. I couldn't imagine like actually fighting for my life
Okay,
and my
so
partner being
y'all,
like,
if y'all
okay,
partner,
but sex. That is
y'all partner
it's like
is going
absurdly,
through
it's absurdly
cancer.
selfish. Wait, what are you
Yes,
saying?
I mean it could definitely be selfish for sure, but I mean,
It's
hey,
absurdly selfish. It's one thing to just be selfish. How else
It's
another thing to be
disrespectful
which
even coming on air to even say that shit about your wife.
right, to sit here and say like there's wants and then there's needs. Bitch, if you don't have sex, you don't die. That's not a need. You need to shut the fuck up.
Right.
If you don't eat, you die. You need food, you need water, you need air. Bitch, you need to
okay,
get you need a
so
grip. That's what you need. You need to get a grip. Bitch,
I
you
feel
need to
that
get a grip.
I can feel
Get a
all
grip,
of that.
bitch. Because you're losing it. You're totally
I
losing
can
it out
feel
here.
all
Go
of
get
that.
a grip on that dick. Beat that dick. Because you're losing it.
And there's sex toys out here that make it feel like as real. Like he get the one that move on its own. Like he just hold it.
It's like imagine, and I watched the show, and so like I know what she's going through, and I watched the transition from her being herself to like who she is now that she's gone through chemo, and like it's clearly taking a toll on her, and she's a very strong, like happy, like outgoing. I could tell she didn't conquer some shit in her life. Like she's just really that girl, and she brings good energy. But now I see like there's something that's on the front of her mind. It's not like her being herself or her putting on for the show. Like she's really fighting for her life right now. And imagine added pressure. Like we know that women care about us as men and as their husbands. Imagine how it would feel to consciously know as a woman that you aren't pleasing your person. Like while you have to go through this, that's just like unnecessary
Yeah,
added pressure.
exactly. So what do you do as a partner? Like what do you do, or like do your vows no longer not marry just because you're sick? Like, should you not be doing the same?
In sickness and in health.
No, because
for better or for worse.
So if your person has cancer, are you supposed to go without sex just for years? Are you allowing your partner to have whatever type of release if you know how your partner is, what type of partner you have? So I understand she's sick and y'all are grasping onto that shit. But I feel like a marriage is two people too. So like,
I understand it could be a conversation. Now that's to their own discretion. Like if she understands that, hey, he does need, and I like understand that I'm not at a point to do that, then y'all can have that own discussion however y'all choose to do so. But to put it on her where it's just like, this is what you need to be doing for me, like it's like, damn, like, because that's where I'm saying that partnership comes into play. Like it's not always going to be perfect. Like it's going to be times where you don't have to go without certain things that you are used to going with, you know what I'm saying? So like, and I also think like, so I guess it put it into perspective for me whenever I was watching what's it called? I was watching Breaking Bad. That's what I was watching. I rewatched Breaking Bad. And when Walt was just like, going through his cancer, and like he was going a whole different way. His family's trying to be like, enthusiastic. They're trying to be positive. They're trying to be like, no, it's okay. Like, we're gonna fight. And he just kind of like is ready to give. He's ready to start planning for this shit to be over. Like, so it can be two completely different perspectives, especially for the person that is going through the actual sickness. You know what I'm saying? So I think that is a situation or like a scenario in a show that kind of put into perspective for me, because as loved ones, we want to be there for you and be like, no, like you can do it and whatever, but we're not actually dealing with the real pain and the shit that they have to deal with, so it's like, I can't say that what I feel is right for you, like just because I feel like it's right for you. Like, so if she doesn't want to do that shit, then maybe, and like I said, maybe just have a conversation. She can talk about, like with him, like, well, let's figure out a way for you to still get your needs, you know what I'm saying? But but like, damn, like,
no, but even thinking about breaking that, that's thinking about breaking that, and I feel like you could just masturbate, and I'm just like, for how long? And I feel like maybe that's why relationships or marriages don't always like survive sicknesses, right? And that's why, I think that marriages have to be looked at, because when you do go through trauma like that, at the end of the day, it's going to be trauma on both sides. So in Breaking Bad, Skylar was going through it. She just had a new baby with her husband, and she's having to think like, my partner might die, like the love of my life might die. Like, that's a very real thing. And so like, I don't know. I don't think it's just such an easy thing to navigate, and it's so cut and dry. And maybe they have had those conversations, and she's like, fuck it, I'd rather just roll over and take the dick, even though I'm going through this shit, rather than having you go and fuck another bitch. Because if he's saying he needs sex, that nigga's gonna fuck another bitch if he got to. Like,
the thing of it is this reality show has really hyped those men up, because they were nobodies before this show, and now they think they all that. And he's very disrespectful.
That's what happened when you let your nigga go on TV.
The fact that you even get on a show, air, radio, whatever the fuck you got on, and had the audacity to say that shit out your mouth, I wouldn't give a fuck, because you're not gonna disrespect me like that. If it wasn't for sickness and in health, then take your ass on. Like, point blank, period.
It is sickness and it's health. But if it's in sickness and health, when you're sick, do you still got to give up the pussy? It's still in sickness and health. Like, you're supposed to be having sex in a marriage.
Hey, you know what's crazy?
And I'm just giving the other side. I don't know how I truly feel about the situation. I'm just saying.
It just comes across wild, because I'm like, the fact that like your wife.
Most people would never say it. Most people would never say it. They would just be suffering.
Because it sounds crazy to say that. That like your wife or your partner
suffering, wishing they could have some physical intimacy with a person.
Your partner is going through some life or death shit, and the only thing that you can think about
you worried
is
about
like,
you're thinking about the lowest piece of yourself. Oh my god!
Like,
I would fuck you up at that point, man. It's just me.
She's going through chemo and all this stuff, just trying to survive. And you like, hey, I hear you. I know that. So you coming in and talking like, hey, so how was chemo today? Yeah, man. So shit.
Roll over. Like,
yeah, like
no, I wouldn't be worried about if I'm gonna be alive or not. Like,
can you pull it up so we can share your screens? I want to play the audio so people can hear it. We'll show you, or Mo used to be on your computer. If you can pull it up on Twitter or something, so we can try to share it. I don't know why my shit was low.
What do you, the same video?
Yeah, it's the same clip. Yeah. Maurice Scott, little goofball ass. But I don't know, like you said, Lionel, like, you know what I mean? Like, your partner's going through some, literally this shit, you don't know how long you got, you know what I'm saying? And the only thing you can think about is shit. I hear you, but shit, and I know it does suck. To Naomi's point, it sucks that maybe you got to masturbate this whole time. Maybe you got to have sex toys this whole time. That, you know what else sucks? Dying sucks.
Like, you gotta be a super freak for it to be. It's that you down that bad. You are a super freak.
Yeah.
What is the video called?
I don't know, girl.
And he said,
makes me believe the little stories I've heard of him and his brother. This makes me believe the crazy stories I've heard of him and his brother.
Okay.
What stories have you heard? I'm like, because I
of them like having a house like somewhere out there in Huntsville, wherever they are in Alabama. And just like slutting girls out, orgy parties at the house.
No, it's definitely given.
They both have wives.
It's giving nymphomaniac. But if you marry a nympho, like that's part of your vows.
I hear you, Naomi, but she physically can't do it.
She's like, I would.
Obviously is doing it. She physically couldn't do it. He be saying shit. I tried to fuck, but she still. I just can't.
And look,
Let's
be
be a little
honest.
limp this morning, but we got through it.
Maurice Scott.
Him and Monster need to just go.
And look, the reality is, man, like sometimes I think we've had maybe this show before. Sometimes in marriages, you know, maybe the husband doesn't feel like having sex that day. Maybe the wife doesn't feel like it, but your partner, you know, wants to have sex, and you're like, all right, come on, you know what I'm saying? I don't really. But I think that's different, where like you just kind of wasn't in the mood, or didn't feel like it, and you're like, you know what, let me perform these, you know what I'm saying? Versus you going through goddamn cancer treatment, and goddamn, and this nigga like, hey, I hear you, man. I'm gonna need a BJ tonight, and I'm gonna need this. Like, damn, like, at what point does it get weird for him, and is it not? What, you know what I'm saying? Like, it seems like to me at a certain point it would be like, this ain't even pleasurable for me. You know what I'm saying? I see you, Mo.
Okay, let me know if y'all can see and hear. Can y'all see?
Yeah.
All right, hold on.
Is that shit just low?
What she's going through right now, you still feel like there's a happy medium in terms of her pleasure. Are you that much of a sexual person to where, despite what she's going through right now, you still feel like there's a happy medium in terms of her pleasuring you?
There's a difference between wants and needs, all right? And I'm a person who actually needs sex, not a person who wants sex. Now, at times I want it, but I actually need it. Life throws us curveballs like what we're going through right now. What Kimmy is doing is admirable as a spouse. To roll over and suffer through it, fakes it all for me. Because at that moment, it's something that she completely didn't desire, right? So I look at it as her standing by me while I'm standing by her. As difficult as it may seem, we should all feel that we would be better people and say, oh, no, I don't want or need sex for however long it takes for you to recover. But we then live in reality where that's not true.
I want to ask you this. So when you say you need sex, not want it, you need it. Obviously, there's things we need. We need oxygen. We need water. There's certain things we need in order to be able to live a healthy life. Why do you need sex?
I need sex like Carlos needs mess.
Hilarious.
Who is Carlos?
Wait, how you stop?
He the executive producer of the show, but he's like a producer. He's the producer on Real Housewives.
Oh wow. Okay, so that's saying.
So that's his show, and he hosts the show. He hosts like the reunion of the show as well.
So that's goes something right there, and I'm like, and he said like he's the person who needs sex, like not want it, like the rest of us maybe, like. So I feel like with him, he probably got more of a sex disorder.
Yeah.
After listening to the entire thing, like really listening to it, I think it's a little like it's definitely for me anyway strange to be able to be like in that sexual energy when your partner isn't feeling it. Like that's weird to me.
But we're women.
Yeah, but still, like even whether you like you fucking you making love, like in my opinion, because I know there's definitely a difference. And it's like, but either way, it's like you want that person to be into it regardless, whether we're making love, whether we fucking, like you sitting there and you just like kind of, you know, like, I don't know. That's weird to me that he's okay with that, because it's just like, maybe there is a certain disconnection that he has that it's like, you need to maybe talk to somebody a little bit because I don't know. To me,
I've definitely been in a relationship where I was more pressured into sex, and I could see how like niggas are okay with that shit. Like, hey,
no, but that shit is not.
If I get my nut, I feel like a lot of men be out here just like masturbating with women, basically, right? Like they really will just fuck women just to get a nut. So I feel like, for one, they're married, so I feel like you gotta know your partner, and your partner is like that. And he said like it's him standing by her and her standing by him, and so
basically he's saying
gotta show up. They're both sick, obviously. Like he's sick, got a sex disorder, like that she got to stand by, and she's going through cancer treatment. that.
Yeah, but she might die from her sickness though, Naomi. This nigga will be all right.
If he don't watch his dick. If he don't watch that dick, he could die too.
Can I get the men's opinion on that? Like with just being like, oh, it's like it's okay that she faking it. I know she's not really into it, but you know, as long as I'm getting mine, like.
No, I think that's what I was trying to say a minute ago, Naomi. Mo, is that like in a long-term relationship, in a marriage, I think that happens from time to time where you can tell like your partner not really into it right now, and it's just and it's just like some bullshit real quick. But like I think that's like one-off shit that happens, right? But if me and my partner are doing that every time we have sex, it's like that. Nah, that's not. Now we on to some. Now you really need to go see somebody if you can actually enjoy that as the other person. If you can enjoy them just every time, they're just gonna just be laying there. Basically, again, I don't know what she's doing.
I just think that's like horrible. To like, why would you even want that for the person that you love? You know, like it's basically the R word to me. That's how I'm getting. Like she turned around and she just give it to me like. And what if you see a teardrop going in her face? Like, are you okay with that? But as long as you getting your nut, you happy. You know, like she doing her job. She doing for me. I love this. Like it was all good. He made it kind of sound like all sweet. Like, oh yeah, but like at the end of the day, like no, like that's two different things. Like her being sick and almost on her deathbed, it's like you don't do that.
Almost on her deathbed because she's still doing reality TV.
We don't know.
Never know.
Like if she can do the work of reality.
Right, you never know somebody's like, death day. You don't know nobody's birthday or death day. Anybody can stop at any second, especially when they're going through chemo. But my entire take on it from jump to now, even now that we've heard the audio, I feel like it's deplorable across the board.
Is that a shot at me, Lionel, that you heard the audio? But go ahead.
Now,
right, now that I know what was said, I didn't have to like read. I didn't plan on reading tonight. So now that I was able to hear the audio, I do feel like it's deplorable of him as a husband. Like I just could not agree to that at any point, because that's putting yourself first. And I'm extremely selfless in love, like in the name of like, I mean, there are times to put yourself, if you have to like say, okay, well, this is why I'm just being me, but not in the name of I need you to show up for me right now, or else like this is not the time where you're like pulling that card of like show up. Like remember the relationship, me, like this isn't the time to pull that card because it's too selfish for me. Not to say that it can't exist, but it's a little too on the selfish side for me. Like we're not gonna be considering sex when the person is clearly uncomfortable, clearly in pain. Like there's bigger things. Like that would be so important to me of just like, okay, anything peaceful. Like if sex is peace for her, then great. We'll take it there. Right. But if it's like green tea and like crisscross applesauce and just you want me to hold you, like there's other forms to intimacy. And like that's what the relationship may be calling on you at this point, and you're still going to the lowest of lows, to like the second grade you that just wants to, and it's just ridiculous. You're not a little boy, you're not a little kid, you don't have raging testosterone grown grandpa. You're almost done. You don't got raging testosterone. This is in your mind, this is in your head. So you need to get a grip, seriously, like I said, because this is deplorable. And I've had higher hopes for him on this show. Like I'm surprised that this is synonymous to him, but at the same time I'm not. But just for the men out there, knowing that you show up for your woman without any requirements, bitch. You show up for your wife, 10 toes down, back, what up, chin out, chest out, and you show up without needing a thing. You show up for her. You don't require shit. Especially when she's counting on you and when she needs you in that way. You know? That's like literally my only take. Don't make it about you, because it's not. There's so much that she's going through and a lot of shit on her plate. It's totally about her. Which I understand we do have needs, but bitch, I need $1 billion right now. If we're gonna talk about needs that ain't air, water, and food, bitch, I need a Billy. Bitch, I need a PJ outside, and I need a trip to Italy tomorrow. But I can put that to the side, right, for now, because there's other shit that comes first.
Yeah, I feel like the post-nut clarity in that situation would be wild. Like after you actually got, you'd be like, oh shit.
No, it's gonna be guilt. It's not gonna be clarity. It's gonna be a guilt trip. You're like, shit.
That's why I'm thinking maybe he do need to talk to somebody. Maybe he needs to, because that's not normal for me. Like,
because what if you want some top that night? And like how does that work? She might not be into that.
Okay. She can. I know, and if anything, if you want to give top, I would give it like a show. You're gonna get the dick show tonight.
Get a break from head.
I would be completely oiled up. I would walk in the room naked. Just give her a show. Beat that dick real good and interesting and creatively. Get a a little pocket toy. There's plenty of things, and just I would give her a show. Like that would be get off, get your shit off. Just
But
put it
I
away.
just feel like when you have somebody who's sick around you, I feel like it can just be such a
There you go. The guy. See what happened?
man.
Wait, what'd you say, Nate?
I said I feel like when you're caring for somebody that's sick, it can be like such a load, and like how long are you supposed to carry this? So I just feel like it's a very
That's what we talking about. How long are you supposed to carry that load until she better? That's how long that load needs to be carried, literally and figuratively.
So I just feel like okay. I guess my question is to all of y'all: if y'all are going through a cancer treatment or like any disease, God forbid, like, and you can't really be there in that fashion for your person anymore, like how willing are y'all? Are y'all just holding them to their vows and be like, you better not ever do nothing else? Or it's like,
here's what I would say,
at this point, nigga, I'm dying, and like,
here's what I would say.
Can't do shit for you.
I ain't dead yet, bitch.
Nah, right. Here's what I would say though, because unfortunately, because of how prevalent cancer is, we all know people, right, that have had cancer, we've lost from it. It's it's horrible. But we also know that people have good days and bad days, right? Mm-hmm. And so what the hope would be, and I'm sure, that she has done this. When she's having those good days, I'm sure that she's like, hey, I'm feeling, what I'm saying? Maybe you should just enjoy those times more. Now, it's going to be maybe far and few in between, right? But when because like that's what I would think. Like if I put myself in that position, knock on wood, right? I would be like, hey, if I'm not, if I'm just down, but when I am, like at least in some,
I'm telling you, you don't have the energy or strength to fuck her.
Well, what do you want me to do then? But you're saying I'm never gonna have it? Why the whole time I mean,
let's say like at this point, there's nothing more they could do for you.
Well, so what do you want me? There's nothing I can do. What do you want me to do, Naomi? I can't.
No, these are the cards that we were dealt, baby.
But it's still,
you're not gonna get another nigga. What do you think this is?
Right? Because then why should you get my shit when I die? Then why the fuck should you live off my benefit?
Y'all aren't trying to fake a nut. Y'all not trying to let them, like, y'all just want them sick and miserable with your ass. Like,
no, you can get creative.
When I die,
I don't want to be around your mean sick ass right now.
Spending my mother.
Well, do you think that they decided to be sick? That's crazy.
No, but they like, it's not.
That's why you need to not get married. You need to stay away, stay the fuck away from all the people. Because at the end of the day, that's exactly what you're supposed to do. Like, it's not like, okay, well, let me just get them a pass so they can fuck. Because I did. Like, no, absolutely not. Like if you just have to do something that bad to where you can't even focus on your day right now, you clearly just go get your one off. That's okay.
Right, because you can fuck when I'm gone. You can fuck when I'm dead.
Right. At that point, that's when you have those kind of conversations. Like now, I'm widowed.
Whatever, because Social Security gonna keep coming till you get married somewhere else.
And don't let me get
like, this is just getting you ready to fuck somebody. You're waiting for your moment.
At that point, don't let me be cancer because you give me all this type of shit. I'm out.
Be cancer, bitch. Don't let me beat it.
You wasn't there for me. You was there for you, bitch.
No, as you should.
Like I don't know. I think that's what I started with in the beginning. I was like, if you have that type of energy about it, then maybe you shouldn't be married. You know what I'm saying? Like
no, but a lot of people shouldn't.
A lot of people shouldn't be married. And like,
coming down to
like at least as I've gotten older, like understanding the real depth behind what marriage really is. Like it's really choosing that person every single day for the rest of your life, and like really choosing to be there for them, and like stand beside them through everything, and vice versa for them with you. Like. So yeah, like maybe that should be a conversation people should have. Take some time to think about that before you do get married, and talk to your partner. Like, what if this? Like, you gonna be okay if I can't this, that, and third? You gonna step up? You gonna do this? You know what I'm saying? And if they like, shit, what you mean? Then okay, you probably don't need to.
Like, no, why would I do that?
Right.
Like, I'm definitely gonna go get that.
And he's clearly a wild nigga sexually. He has to be, right? Just because he still wants it right now. And look. Me and my wife, not to get too personal, our shit, but it's certain shit like, hey man, shit, we ain't we ain't doing all that tonight. I'm tired. It's gonna be basic shit tonight. We ain't doing all this. But she's more incapacitated. And what does this nigga want? I don't know what kind of wild shit he wants to do with this damn woman. Which is like, and now like he said it out of his mouth. She's quote unquote, she suffers through it. Like what?
And this was the only Scott brother that had some hope left. The Scotts are done.
not suffers through it. Like that was a
Yeah.
cheaper way to describe it.
Helping people on reality TV. Like that's
That nigga's a wild one. Yeah.
Done.
Yeah, I know you in some pain, but I you know, we ain't did a facial in a while. Like, what, nigga? God damn, this motherfucker. That's what you want. That's where your mind is at right now.
That's like, you gotta be bigger. You just gotta be bigger. That's all.
And again, like I'm saying, like Mo was saying, I just don't like me. I know me as a man, right? And Naomi talked about it. How sometimes, you know, men are, you know, women are just be like, well, you know, just let him go and do it. We in a relationship. Fuck it. He want to have sex. But bro, if that's what you're getting all the time, trust me, that's weird shit, bro. You shouldn't be accepting like, hey, well, you know, I'm getting my nut. No, if it's not enjoyable, if the other person's not into it or enjoying it, you would have to stop. Like for me, that's a turn off. First of all, I'm like, you know, what the fuck are we doing now?
Like I don't know, like I don't want to go too far.
Just give it our word. Tori hit the nail on the head.
I mean, yeah, I did definitely think about that from the beginning. I didn't want to say it.
Too. Me either. Yeah.
That, but also if you're okay with, like, you know, being, well, maybe I don't want to go that far, but
we're all thinking it.
The things about, like, if you were okay with someone not giving you anything back, like, you will be okay with some really creepy.
That's what I'm saying.
Shit, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
That concerns me. Like, that's concerning for me. So I'm like, because you know, people who are in those mindsets, it's like, if I just gotta get it, I gotta get it. Like, this is the type of shit that, you know, people who literally kill people, like, and done shit.
But like, y'all know it just
be thinking like that. I gotta get it this way, and I need it however I'm gonna get it. So shit, this is right here.
I needed it.
Oh my gosh.
Because like, it was me or her.
It literally just became illegal for like men to rape their wives. Because before that was like,
and of course Naomi gonna say the word. Why not? Right. Naomi? You say we've been talking around it, saying the R word, and Naomi just, hey.
I'm sorry. I was noticing when y'all did say it, but I forgot.
I was noticing, but I ain't giving it down.
Shit.
Sorry.
Yeah, F it. No. But you're right. I mean, it should be, because look, man, sometimes the way he's talking, the way he's sounding, and he's so unapologetic about it and so matter of fact about it, it's like, yeah, bro, you wild. And I can understand where he's coming from. That like, yo, I can't understand what he's talking about. I need sex. I can understand.
Those like, Alabama Scots, they are beyond conservative. Like there's conservative, and then there's the Scots from Alabama. Like seriously, I don't even have a word for those two guys. And the other brother too. They're all crazy.
They're weird. They're weird.
But they're from Alabama at the same time. Like they're men raised in Alabama. Like they totally come like that. Clearly,
my dude Martell, he was divorced by like the end of season 1. That shit was a wrap.
He's
still fighting for his life out here.
He got his side chick pregnant.
Yeah, he had already, you know, he was doing his thing already.
He's a dummy too. He's an idiot too.
No, he is an imbecile.
All right, man, this is very sad.
See, I can't watch reality TV. That shit would be having me mad at my nigga. I'd be watching Love and Hip Hop. I'd be like, see, that's why you can't fucking trust niggas. Like, no, that shit is really bad for you. You know,
like, no, it's just him.
No, I'd be like, nah, it's all y'all motherfuckers. Y'all got me fucked up.
They're in Alabama.
Y'all niggas ain't shit.
You know, the education system in Alabama is not that great.
Hey.
I was born in Alabama. Fun fact.
I'm like, I did not know that.
Yeah. My mom was in school when she had me. That's where she was at. So I was born in Alabama, but I never lived there.
Wow.
This is very sad.
So I'm a Texas Bama for real.
Texas Bama, which is why you should be more respectful to the queen. But anyway,
nah, I respect the queen, but that's it. Like that's it. Like I respect her.
Okay, that's enough. That's enough. Okay,
I don't trust her right now, so I just can't.
All right, so that's sad. I think personally, we'll see what happens. I think he's trying to clean up some of that shit that he said now, but I don't know how you clean none of that up. He was so matter of fact with it.
That is
nah, he's like, cause ain't nothing y'all say gonna mean shit. Like,
right. He like, this is what I'm doing.
I got plans to fuck tomorrow.
That is sick.
Like, Kimmy, if you need somewhere to stay.
You like blink twice if you need help.
Right, are you okay?
For real.
You know these women are okay. They be like, no, I'm not leaving. Yeah. I'm fine. They be going through all types of bullshit.
She's like, let me just take my ibuprofen and my Tylenol and then I'll be ready. Hey, man,
like she probably she got them good drugs. Okay.
She's like, let me take my hydrocodone and my.
Both pop one of them.
Let me take a couple Molly and then I'll be ready, back.
No, and you know that weed be helping too. Yeah. Get lit up in this bitch before.
Yeah, he's a wild dude.
Kimmy. This is just fun and games at this point.
All right, now y'all know on this show, wow, you know, obviously, you know, we don't, you know, we talk about relationships and the culture. We don't actually have a lot of topics where someone who is non-black is typically one of the subjects. And in this one, it's interesting. Adam 22 of No Jumper fame. Shout out to Adam. Him and his, well, now his wife, but his long-term girlfriend, I think her name is Lena. I think it's her name. She's an adult star, and he does films with her all the time. You know, they've been doing movies for like the past 7 years. It's been him and her, or either like her and another girl, or him, her, another girl, right? But they just got married, like literally last week, and he also, quote unquote, agreed to let her do her first scene with another man since they've been together. And a lot of people was like, bro, like, really? You know what I'm saying? That's what you gonna let her get down like that? And he was like, yeah, it was something that she's been wanting to do. And so, you know, that's her profession. So yeah, I'm gonna let her do it. And of course, the debate raged on, because what's the word they call people now? A cuck? Is it a cuck? Right? Is that what you call them?
I just started hearing about this word probably a year ago.
I mean, but that's not necessarily, I wouldn't consider that a cuckold. I mean, it could seem close to it, but not necessarily.
Are they? Is this what you call? No, I don't think so. Never mind.
So I can't hear you, Roy.
Yeah, we can't hear you.
But so like a cuckold is basically a man who like wants his woman to have sex with other men and like wants to watch. And like things can get deeper. There's levels of cuckolds. Like some cuckolds just want to watch another man like slut out their wife, or like multiple men slut out their wife. Or, you know, sometimes he want to like watch a nigga busting her and then like eat her out after, you know. And then some cuckolds get, you know.
Wait, spell that.
I know it's a crazy word.
CHOLD, cuckold.
And you know,
write it down.
No, I'm Googling. What now? Spell that again.
Girl, you're going to see some shit. You're going to see a white man wanting his white wife fucked by black.
Wait, spell that
At this
again.
point, let me go look.
What is happening right now?
no. Oh,
Wait, I didn't hear. Hold on.
spell it, Naomi.
CUCKHOLD.
Why does it
Or
say?
maybe it's just OLD. I don't know if they.
I'm sure we just got
Also,
banned.
meaning-
But I meant to send Roy that clip. So I wanted to talk about it. Damn, I should try to find it.
What's that?
But Chaotic from Crazy, his name is Chaotic, but he on Love and Hip Hop, and he talked about Erica Banks was on the interview. I guess they was messing around, and she was like, she don't wanna fuck him and shit. And then he was like, he was talking shit. He like, yeah, she don't want me to bust in her, and cause he like, but I like eat the kids out, and I was like, like everybody.
Wait, he what?
He said he will suck the kids out after he nut in her. He'll suck the kids out. He
Oh.
ever.
Yeah, that's that nigga there. He's committed, not me. That nigga's committed to the process.
No, and that's not even possible if he do, but it's like, nigga, you can't.
I don't know what that nigga's into. Don't tell that man what's possible, Naomi.
Those sperm cells are fighting for their lives. They are fighting for their lives to get to that egg. If you think you're gonna beat one of those sperm cells,
Then they getting vacuumed out. Like, what's going on?
I know they be like fighting for their lives. Like, no.
No, but that is definitely something.
But see, here's why I think
Who
that
said
Adam.
that?
I love it. Hip hop.
Chaotic. I had posted in the story actually. I'm checking our stuff.
You
now.
know, I be seeing so much ghetto shit on there. I was like,
Yeah.
next. I'm like, Torian.
But look, though, Here's why I felt like though Adam was giving a little bit of cuck energy though, because he didn't just get like, hey, it seemed like this is somebody that she really wanted. I don't know how popular this dude is or is it in that industry. I don't know, honestly. But when I seen the dude, I was like, it's kind of giving some energy of, is this what y'all want? Is this what y'all really wanted? This is the guy and his wife. I guess this is before the scene.
No, and I feel like how like with all this, how I feel about this story, it seems like some typical white person shit. That's why it's like not even a big deal.
It came across.
That's why it's not even news. Like they do this shit. Like
we're gonna go get the big black dude to have sex with my wife, and then we're gonna talk about it later.
Ooh, so maybe he could get. She probably will start cuckolding that nigga, especially since he be in her videos.
Yeah,
that's what I would do if like I had like a nigga that I could get in that situation. But I mean, that's her husband. I don't know if I would want my husband.
But I guess a lot of people were saying though that like
I wouldn't want my husband to want me to be a cuckold. But I mean, like.
But I guess the argument is though, for the last 7 years, he's been doing threesomes with her and other girls. Mm. So it's kind of like,
it was just a matter of time. But I kind of feel that way about like adult entertainers. Like it's only, especially if you're making money for this, like you're a professional. Like it's only so many things that your fans are gonna want to see. Like you end up hitting a plateau or like a ceiling to where you have to do some shit that ups the ante.
Right.
Like you're gonna have to take it to the next level. Right. At some point, you got to take it to the next level. And if they were only seeing him with like the two girls, at some point they're gonna want to see Lena, the plug, get plugged up. Yeah. It's like she's not here for it too. She's totally ready to upgrade.
Yeah, we're gonna get some of this black meat in there.
No, he was like, she's been wanting to do it. This has been a dream of hers.
But so I'm like, it's a matter of time for real.
Yeah, it was wild because and then what's the little dude name? Something Osama. What's his name? Little rapper dude.
Because he was kind of Bin Laden. That's all I know.
Nah, Lil somebody Osama. Lil one of these Lil something Osama.
I thought they called themselves the biggest now. I thought they were done with the littles.
I forgot dude's name, but he came out talking about, because I guess he was trying to, I think Adam retweeted it because Adam was trying to get any type of hip hop people that like would kind of co-sign. And old boy was like, I don't care if my girl had sex with 1 million dudes before me. You know what I'm saying? Once I get with her, I still love her. I was like, Adam, that's not the same thing technically, bro.
Right. That's totally not.
That's not the same thing, my boy. You know what I'm saying?
He probably had the 1 million before plus how many during.
Yeah. But I think, and that's why I said for better or worse, because he's marrying somebody who's in adult entertainment. To a certain degree, he's also in adult entertainment. So it's kind of like, if you marry an adult entertainer, Naomi, you can't be like acting brand new. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what they do.
I feel like that it wouldn't be marriage for me, honestly.
You couldn't marry somebody in that industry?
No, not if you're just gonna be having sex with other people.
It's just work, though. It's work.
It is going, but it's just like
that's why they date each other.
Typically, right?
My Scorpio is too strong. I'm gonna want to have sex with other people too, and then it's just
they go for people, or they'll go for people who have those fetishes that are cool with it, that are like, yeah, like I like that. You know what I'm saying? I was just about to say, when it comes to the adult entertainers, these are obviously not average people like you and me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like,
we're on the outside.
It's a whole different thing for them. Like I'll probably never understand it. You know what I'm saying? But for them, it's business. This is what I do. This is what makes my money. This is what pays my bills. It's literally, like you said, they clocking in. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I mean, to have somebody that you're like, oh, I want to do work with this person, I mean, I don't think that that's out of the ordinary for adult entertainers. You know what I'm saying? So
we're just gonna collab, babe. We're just gonna collab.
That conversation because I'm not on that level of like adult entertainment. You know what I'm saying? So like they obviously have their own world that they're in, and so for some of them and most of them, I mean, I hear about adult entertainers that are married and they happy in their marriage and they spouse is good, whatever they doing, like it works. So I'm like, I mean, shit, somebody out there is successful with it.
I actually have a crazy little story because it was back, I don't know, maybe like 2015, 16. I had started talking to this dude. Well, I was out of town, stuck on my rounds. and I was going to my friend graduation, college graduation. I ended up meeting this dude, and then we ended up like we was trying to connect, but we couldn't. But we ended up like he ended up coming over my friend's house before he took his flight, and I was like, okay. And then like we was like chilling, talking in the car, you know, woo. And we ended up like kissing and shit, and then like it had to be like at least a year or two later. I was on, I think Tumblr or Twitter, and I was like just scrolling, and I seen a porno, and it was him in it, and I was like, "Oh my god, what is going on?" Like full out, just throwing it back. I said, he never told me this, like, and I kissed this man. Like,
that's the risk you take.
That's for sure the risk you take.
That's the risk you take.
That was crazy. It was wow.
I wonder though if this was like a condition of the marriage, because they've been together for 7 years and she never did this, and literally they get married on a Friday. On Sunday, she's already set up this shoot with this dude. Was that like, hey, you know, once we lock it in on this marriage, I'm gonna start, getting knocked down by some of these brothers out here in the industry.
Right. She could be getting her lick back.
Yeah, because she waited till she signed them papers first.
Like, okay,
he was connected with the evil Selena Powell. You know, Selena Powell's an evil little hoe. And he was connected to her at some point. So who knows? This could be all lick back.
It could be. Or it could just all be just good promo, right? Because I'm sure a lot of people went to her OnlyFans and wanted to see, you know what I'm saying? Because they made a big deal out of it. So,
Did this collab happen already? Did they already do the collaboration?
Yeah. The video's done already.
Wow.
Everybody said it's wild. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Everybody said it's wild. Apparently, the black gentleman is well endowed from what they say on Twitter and these Twitter streets.
Was it Jason Love? I miss who?
I don't know. It's this motherfucker here with all the tattoos.
Oh yeah, Jason Love. Yeah. Good test.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not.
Look at her.
In the words of Shaq, I'm not familiar with his game.
Well, I'm about to log off.
No,
Amber, y'all just put Amber onto some websites. All right, Amber, have fun.
No,
I'm really not feeling good. So.
Oh,
well, good thing you're not married to Maurice Scott.
Are you?
No, we definitely would not be married. So, yeah,
because he ain't trying to hear that headache shit.
And okay, anyway,
get some rest and get better.
Thank you. And I will see y'all next week.
We'll see you next week.
Yeah, see, Maurice Scott wouldn't have played that with her. He would have been like, you hold on, what you got, a stomach ache? Shit, I'm gonna give you 15 minutes to go over there.
He would have been laughing. If he's coming like this for cancer, he's not cutting no breaks for.
That's what I'm saying. That's what my mom was going with this whole thing. If he's at this level with somebody with cancer,
he said, "Bitch, are you dead? Then let's go. What are we talking about? Come on."
Right? It's like that nigga. She didn't catch her. She ain't called a break through this whole marriage. He like a period, bitch.
He's like that pussy still work.
Yeah, you on your what?
Nothing but a sentence.
Yeah, that's all it's gonna stop. Shit, what you mean? Put them towels down. Stop playing.
Oh.
Yeah, that nigga. Listen, if he like this with cancer, all bets are off for me with that nigga.
No, I'm like, and I was gonna mention, niggas don't even like you saying all this, and niggas don't even be want to wait the 6 weeks after you have a fucking baby. Niggas don't even want to let a woman heal. Okay, y'all talking about fucking sickness for fucking years. Niggas really, they be like, fuck.
Trying to count down the days.
No, like, let me see, let me check.
Like, so you can't do nothing.
No, I feel like you acting back to yourself right now. I feel like you back to yourself. I saw you this morning. You was outside. You went to the grocery store. I feel like you back to normal.
Right, you moving around. You good.
Right. I think we back to normal.
And it's crazy because, like, when you know, during pregnancy, some women become very hypersexually during their pregnancy. Some women do not. My wife was the opposite. She was like, "Nigga, my back
I
hurts."
wasn't hypersexual in my pregnancy, but I think I was like kind of like the same. I wasn't just like, I need it, like, please.
Yeah, nah. Only time my wife wanted to start having sex when the doctor was like, "All right, it's almost there." You know what I'm saying? Y'all can try. She was like, "Let's get this fucking baby out." She was like, "Shit."
I heard this helps. Come on.
Yeah, she was like, "Let's get this shit up." Other than that, hey.
It gets awkward with the belly, but up until then, it's some of the best sex.
You better go from the slide.
I know it does, but just like trying to work with the belly isn't because I always am considering. I definitely don't want to feel this baby move while I'm connected, and then I don't want to squish the baby too, and I don't want the baby to feel like my. I'm just like, why does the baby have to be here for this?
I know Maurice didn't have no problems with that.
Like, cover your ears, close your eyes.
Yeah, that nigga's a real savage in life. But yeah, that was a wild. That nigga's a wild boy. I don't know about him. He got to do a lot of PR to clean that shit up.
Hopefully this is a learning experience and like he'll be able to take from this like, damn, was I bugging? Like it seems like the whole world kind of feels like, right?
You can see the comment section.
Right. Hopefully he can take from this and like hopefully this is the universe protecting her. Like, bitch, I'm trying to heal her. Like, stop knocking at her door.
Right.
Let that woman be. Damn, that shit give us some Ike Turner.
And I'm like, but shit, if she healed herself, she really fucking realized that he might not be the one.
Clearly.
For you and your relationship.
He the type of
I don't know, I think you always have to be a vibrational match for whoever you're dealing with at the end of the day, like when it comes to relationships. So it's like there's something there. There's something there that attracted.
I mean, I'm sure
to whatever horrible person you may think them to be, like, okay, there was something there that was like a match that made us match.
I'm with you, but that's why the vows become so important. I think we've talked about it a lot the last couple of months on the show. Is that like those vows really?
I know marriage is some heavy shit. This show has always, like, honestly, being on the show like would send my commitment issues into a frenzy. Like, oh my gosh, like this shit is just so tough and serious. Like, and I don't understand how people just be like getting in relationships. That should be crazy to me because I be on this show and I'm like, damn, this shit sounds so like serious. Like, why would y'all do this with somebody like that y'all don't like truly love and want to be with? And they just be like, shit, new nigga.
Okay.
I'm like, yeah.
Not me.
Tori said, not me.
I know. I'm like, I'm
no, for real with your Aquarius ass. For sure. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, man. Hopefully, dude, I don't know what he gonna do, shit, but hopefully, all right. Hopefully she all right. What you sent right now?
It was ironic that it was a video of this girl saying a woman breaks down her role as a wife.
Oh, okay. Can y'all pull it up? Apparently my damn volume ain't working. I don't know what's going on. I can't play it right now. But if you pull it up though, I'll play it. So what was she was saying her role as a wife?
Yeah.
And listen, you know what's funny though about all this shit with marriage in general? Everything seems like it's feasible and you could do it until like you faced with like something, right?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? It's like until something happens and you really have to go through something with that person.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because it like even like he said, to be honest, we all would like to sit back and say, oh, if this happened, I would do this and I would do that. To Naomi's point though, man, if you ever had to be around somebody who is sick, it is very draining of your energy as well. You know what I'm saying? So I can sit here now, knock on wood, not going through that situation and tell you what I would and what I would hope that I would and wouldn't do.
Right.
Until you actually face with it though,
Yeah. Boom. That's actually in psychology, that's called the fundamental attribution error. Like, you think that you would be one way in a situation, you're looking at your personality, like you're thinking you're such a person, but you under account for the situation, like how hard that situation is to actually be through.
Yeah.
So yeah, you thinking you would do one thing, but not really. You just thinking. That's why you're not actually faced with it.
Right.
Yeah, reality is a
But you
motherfucker.
never know. Yeah, you never know till you're in that situation.
And you're dealing with it, you know what I'm saying, every day. It's not, you know, it's no break. As I
No,
tell people
especially
about,
if it's like your partner.
Yeah,
like,
that is a thing because you got to come home, and home is gonna be different every single day.
yes.
Like you're not gonna be able to even get your time. Like you're working, you're fighting with insurance companies, like over the payments of shits. Like you're going, like it's so much in reality that it comes to like stand by that person. And I don't think like, and he was actually saying that he is standing by her. Like so he is like taking
As
all
long
that
as-
hard shit too. Like so
No,
he's
he totally
all
is.
the
He
hard
definitely is.
shit too.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah, as long as she
I
keeps,
don't know. So it's just hard all around.
as long as she
It's
keeps
hard all
spreading them
around. How do we
legs.
shoulder it? How do we
As-
shoulder it? And I
as
guess
lo-
that's why, you know, each marriage and partnership is different.
It is very different.
Yeah. But
You
no,
actually
that
think-
shit is just making me feel like I need to get my diet in order now. Get my shit right now. But I already be doing my mudras and my meditation, healing my cells. But like, I need to get my food up.
It's hard combining your life with another person. Just the concept of it is difficult, right? Like y'all were raised different. It's things that's gonna happen. It's conflict that's gonna arise just because y'all are humans. You know what I'm saying? And so it's difficult. You know what I mean? Like before the show, me and my damn wife was arguing before the show about something stupid. You know, but shit, it's just, you know, it's life. Shit. You found it, Torian?
Yeah, I'm trying to see if I can share my screen.
All right, let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. I can't believe y'all wanted to slander India Irie. I wasn't gonna allow it tonight.
I wouldn't have done it.
Not my baby India.
I'm like, I feel like she's kind of justified in having her view of it. Like,
I
she
think
just thought it was going to
I
be.
figured in this.
you said what?
I said, how did she? Where was she in this? Like, what was? How did she get involved?
Oh
in
no,
this?
it was something that she had said about Megan. I'll put it up real quick. Hold on. While
Oh,
Torian looking
Megan.
for that. Yeah.
Mhm.
So she commented on, what was it? There you go. Hold on. Shit, it's a lot of noise. What does Megan call it? The her boot camp? Is that what she called it?
Yeah.
The hottie boot camp.
Yeah, where she had the girls on stage and they twerking. I'm gonna pull it up, the bigger one, but yeah, India Irie said that she wasn't. India said she wasn't here for it. She said the issue is what is context. Humanity does everything. God damn it. Hold on.
Yeah.
Shit. Hold on. Humanity does everything, but does everything belong in a stage? No. Is everything for kids? No. Is everything for everybody? No. All right. So she could have just stopped right there. God damn it. We all know that shit. So when we as a culture make it something like this, when we as a culture make something like this mainstream, it shows a lack of discernment, a lack of discretion and discernment. To those in the comments who laugh at anyone who wants these things for our culture, you certainly have the right. Just as many folks have the right to want our mainstream international export our music to show us in a respectful light. So I guess you just taking the, you know, exception, all the throwing the ass on the stage and all of that. She was like, "Does this really need to be on stage?" You a different type of artist, India. I get it. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah. I mean, I guess I can understand her perspective because a lot of this stuff is like extremely popular. That's why it's mainstream.
yeah,
You know,
that's basically all it is. It's throwing ass, twerking. Yeah.
Yeah, and you know, Vanessa nigga and this, that, and the third. Like that's like the culture right now. I mean, a lot of for a lot of people, it's like what they're like, you know, looking for, trying to do. So I guess I can see her perspective. Like this, let's show a little bit more of, you know, what we are than just this. But you know, they ain't trying to hear that on the internet.
No, they not trying to hear that uplifting.
They're not trying to hear that shit. They said, "Shut up, girl."
Right.
They is
They
not
don't care
trying
if it's
to
India
uplift.
Irie. They say get the fuck ASAP.
They said,
Yeah.
"Bitch, we ratchet."
Right.
Anyway, I said, get it together, okay?
There
No,
we go,
and that's
Torian.
what she was trying to say with love. So.
You ready?
Let's go, Torian.
Okay.
midnight and say I want a sandwich. I'm getting my sleepy butt out that bed and go make a sandwich. That's what I'm gonna do. Put cheese on that thing too. Oh yeah, put cheese on that thing too. Submission is all this other stuff. Getting some shoes and barefoot and pregnant. It's about being agreeable, about being cooperative, and about listening. And that's letting the man leave. Oh, I can do this. And again, like you said, it's independent and independence is two different things.
Absolutely.
I was independent in the Army. Struggle, senior leader struggle, because all I had to do was reach out and ask for help. Independent means doing it alone, by yourself. Right. Independence means, okay, yeah, I can still go to college. I can still contribute. I can still do this. I had that stuff all wrong in my relationship with my son's dad. Had it all wrong. I won't do it again because this man get to leave and I'm holding on to all his ankles, Achilles, and everything. I ain't going nowhere. Well, I'm here to tell you, I'm not. I wouldn't care if he had 3 women up the hill. I wouldn't care because all my bills is paid. Hey! Oh, yes. Hey. Oh, I'm here to tell you.
Yeah, I was with her at first, Torian.
Yeah, I
was with her with the sandwich. I like to give me a good sandwich made, but then she went to a place to where it felt like she got some real damage and hurt issues because she was like, I don't care if nigga got 3 women up the street and all that. That's kind of wild to say.
No, I feel like she's the type of woman that be like, I mean, every man gonna cheat, so you might as well just deal with that shit. Like, I'm sorry, I couldn't follow that, baby. Sorry.
I feel like this is a thing where you have to chew the meat and spit out the bone. Because like there was enough there that was substantial versus like that last little piece that was just like, well, bitch, she didn't already been through the trenches and she's old. So she said, I'm grabbing Achilles ankles. Okay,
you go. That's what it is.
But up until that point though, points were made. And that's the fucking problem. These hoes want to go to the Megan concert instead and see whose knees is stronger, bitch. It's ridiculous. When like at the end of the day, like, okay, who's doing anything for men? Like who actually considers to listen and like understands how to let a man lead. So, it doesn't mean just be a following asshole. But like she said, there is a difference between independent and independence and just being able to operate in a space that's like your lane as a woman, as a wife. I just feel like that should be more of a conversation amongst women. That's not like my conversation for me to have. Yeah. I think women should be speaking on that more versus like the city girl talk and all the BS talk and let's just shake our ass. Yeah. Like it's just like nothing. They don't say anything. They literally just laugh, turn over, shake their ass a little bit, and turn back and like laugh.
But to their point though, Lionel, the niggas is choosing though. They doing that and they getting chose up and wifed up.
Are they getting chosen wifed up? Because black women have that issue right now. Black women aren't getting married at the rates and black women aren't getting chosen at the rates. The problem is that they are choosing everything besides marriage and love. They aren't choosing to submit to a man. They're really literally choosing everything besides. They'd rather submit to themselves, their education, their dream, whatever, which is fine. It's great. But at no point does a black woman say, I'm totally choosing this life and this lifestyle. I'm submitting to him. Because they don't have that as an example. They don't have those conversations. All that they can hear and like see, as far as they can see is like bad bitch. Like it's just like they're stuck in this little thing, this paradigm of bad bitchedness, which doesn't serve a community, doesn't serve a man, doesn't serve the child. So here we go.
No, and I feel that ties into exactly what India Arie was like pointed to why this shit shouldn't be mainstream culture, because like this is what we're programmed to like be like, right? When they're showing us all these things and like young children are still seeing this, right? Like teens are scrolling on fucking social media and they're seeing the things from Essence Fest. So I feel like it's having like certain imprints and like
especially
it literally just goes
I guess I see that point. But still, I guess it's more so that we got technology now and social media where it's more accessible to see the things, because like it also the argument was like, well, girl, y'all was out there doing Freaknik, so let's not even talk about.
But Freaknik wasn't the mainstream thing.
Our parents' generation did to us. Okay, they fucked us up. So like, yeah, no.
But it's always been sexual things.
But would that be another example of just the mainstream, because we know about that shit because it's mainstream and being covered and things like that, you know what I'm saying? Like,
right, that's what I was gonna say.
No other community that isn't being put in the spotlight. That's what's put in the spotlight, what we hear about, what we, and I think that kind of ties back into the same conversation, that it's like this is what people are paying attention to. There are definitely people doing other things, but this is what's being put out there as like, oh, this is it, this is what, right. So
And like I would say too, like Freaknik wasn't quote unquote mainstream, right? It was something that was going on. Freaknik, Kappa Beach Party, it was shit that was going on, but it wasn't like everybody knows that we going down. You know, it wasn't super. It wasn't commercialized, right? It was just something that like black people was doing, and she got out of hand. But to like the mainstream point, yeah, this I think what she probably should have spoke about more. I don't really have a problem with them doing this. The issue I think that her and other people have is that there's no alternative, right? There's nothing else that you can turn on to see anything, any other representation in mainstream. Everything, like every single act, even if you really want to go from the top, even like Beyonce, if you really look at her shows, it's a lot of ass throwing on the show. You know what I'm saying? Is she got other songs, but everybody is kind of the same thing. If I see one more goddamn woman come out with a rap album with the Little Kim pose on the front cover, I'm gonna fucking just stop listening to all women rap. Like
it's so heavy sexualized. That is all like they're showing the women to be like, be on their city girl shit, like fuck nigga shit, like get money, like just
But the girls are also buying
you look at other venues or avenues for like because it's like
that's the way to get in, right?
But we're talking about
Blackish. You see a black family together on Blackish. You can go and back and see. I mean, well, I don't even want to talk about the Cosby, but that was like another thing.
No, but that's a good point though, because we did, growing up, you did have the cut where you could see that, right?
But you got that with Blackish now.
But
like,
there
you
was
got that with so much other shows and TV shows that is out here. Like that was just like that avenue. Like I don't think people should be talking about it as like, oh, this is bad. Like this is just one part of Essence Fest when it was other more empowering things about women. But I mean, I get it. Like I said, the whole thing was mainstream. That's was pushed out. But also, that's just because people don't take the other stuff. They don't push out the other stuff. It's female rappers out here who cover themselves up. But
the crazy part is that it was at Essence Fest because Essence has ever since I can think of, even aside from Essence Festival, Essence Magazine has always been about like the literal culture, like actually empowering it, putting shit into the community that's worth it. And like I would sometimes be bored with Essence as a kid just coming up because it was so many like talks and just like it was always so uplifting. So it's a thing for it to be like, oh wow, this is how we're coming at Essence now. So like where the fuck are we going? But I also saw someone on Twitter who was like an empowered black woman from the state, from Louisiana, and like she wanted a booth at Essence, but they declined her, and she like had her business was teaching black women self-defense using like guns and taking them to gun ranges. But she was like, I'm not going to have any guns on the premises, but just like making sure that black women understand that I'm here and I can like, if I'm not in your city, I got somebody in your city that can help you learn to defend yourself. And they were adamant about not having her at the festival. But like then having the stallion, like just come on, y'all can shake our asses, which there's nothing wrong with the stallion coming. But at the same time, she even herself can be more fucking versatile. Like, what's the point of having like, oh yeah, I went to TSU and I like when you don't promote anything that's not like what's the point? Because that's all she just shows up and just that's it. It's only ass. That's as far as it's gonna go. She's more dynamic than that.
She promotes all that stuff. She promotes that she went to college.
I know she promotes it, but I'm saying what's the point when you show up to Essence Fest just to do an ass shaking boot camp? That's what I'm saying.
I mean, that was just like a little segment of the show. It wasn't like the whole show was just that. It was like she did her stuff, and then a little segment is to empower girls, to sexually empowered people. Like, like
aren't they sexually empowered enough?
Some of them don't. Just like people was talking about Janelle Monáe about how like they was so mad at her. I'm like, y'all was just
flashing people because she was just flashing people.
Yeah, they like it's kids and all this. Like, girl, like y'all don't even know her whole story behind that shit. Like.
Because that's the problem, Tori. And how are we going to be able to take anything from it when you just putting your titty out on stage or you just bending over, bouncing ass up and down? Like, we don't know what to take from that besides what we see. And it is a thing of infiltration. And nobody want to talk about this on this episode, but y'all want to talk about it on the episode about feminizing men. Y'all want to talk about the feminization of black boys, but y'all don't want to talk about what the fuck y'all out here doing to black women. When other women don't have to grow up under this kind of bullshit. They get to actually grow up seeing their mom be a wife, their grandma be a wife, their aunts. They get to grow up learn how to take care of the home and shit like that. Or just aspiring to shit that's not like splitting. Can you do a split and bounce, bitch? If Megan calls you, bitch, what are your needs gonna be on?
More so, like, that's on black men because black men ain't wifing the black women. That's what it goes down. You can't put that all on women.
But why? No, you have to say why. If the black women black men don't want to marry them, then why? Ask them why.
Because they shaking ass. That's why y'all
go back
towards
to the why. When we
no,
go back
they
to the
will
why,
fuck, but they're not gonna marry somebody that's on stage just shaking ass.
When we
Yes,
come
they
down,
is.
when we come back to the why,
That's why
it's
they're not
gonna
getting
come
married.
down to post-traumatic slave syndrome. So we're not even gonna put so much emphasis on that because the family has been broken on purpose. Okay, right? The divide between black women and black men has been, but it's crazy we had this because I literally got into like such a discussion with like these two guys. I was out with my friend and like his two homeboys. We was out on Washington Ave and they was like talking to all these white bitches. You know me. I'm like, so you know, I fucking checked them for talking to white bitches. Like, damn, like you're race traders, you know my ass. But damn, what was my fucking point about Lionel? So, but what I was gonna say is that men have to stop falling for that shit. Like, and now like that you're speaking, and once men start saying like, okay, I need more than a woman that can just like shake ass, and like I need more than this, because men have been falling for that shit. Like that's all it took. Like, okay, boom, okay, just a little ass. Like all I want is pussy, ass, boobs. Yes, like nice body, boom. That's good. That's what I'm going for. But I feel like as men like require more.
Oh. Okay, yeah. Men require more.
I feel like women will start to do more because at the end of the day, women like to say they don't be doing shit for men, but women be doing a lot of shit for men. And like one of the reasons they've been shaking ass, why they've been getting ass injections, why they've been getting boob jobs, is to get male attention. Like,
right.
for men, they want a better body for men. I don't care what no girls say. Like, bigger butt for what? I don't get like what they think comes with a bigger butt. Like limited clothes, I feel like is what comes with a bigger ass, like a fatter ass.
True.
Like, okay, you can't just wear some little skimpy shit and not want your ass.
But that's I don't know. I feel like it's so damn circular because that's the thing.
No, and like, but it has to start with somewhere, and that's why
it starts with self. And that's the thing. I don't see enough women that are saying, you know what? Like we actually are beyond this. And like now there's NDIRE on the bright side, but she's so far off from the damn culture. They cussing her out at this point. Like she's getting drugged. But that's what it would take is black women actually saying, okay, we have to come differently. Like the men are only extending themselves to us this far. The world is looking at us like that. We're treating each other like that. Like, and it's based on the energy that we're harboring. And so like women would have to recognize that and say that themselves. Just like men have to recognize we're killing each other, we're into guns way too much and say.
That's what Rising into Divine Femininity was about. So ladies, if you did not check our our Ladies Night podcast we did earlier this year, go watch that shit. Cause that's literally what's all that about. Like, bitch, it's time for us to get it together. And I think it do gotta start with the women.
Yo, women run this shit. Seriously.
No, like it has to start with the women. And I mean, like, you know, I've already started my journey. And so I believe that others will be on their shit too. And there are women who are out here on their shit. And so at the end of the day, it comes to discernment and working on yourself.
And it's kind of what people putting their attention towards. Because I mean,
no, but
it's other women out here. It's a lot of more women out here who are more covered up than the ones who are like half naked. And y'all just put the attention all on like, oh, women are just half naked because Megan Thee Stallion out here. But it was so many other performances out there that like are fully dressed and, you know, performing, giving their ass out. I mean, showing their, you know, performing their ass off. But because I know y'all gonna say so performing their asses off.
Not giving it up.
But they not getting the attention because like y'all main attention is focusing on like the negative of what these other women are doing versus like, hey, I'm gonna ignore them and I'm gonna just focus on get this praise to her because this is what I like. That's what I want to see for our people.
And that's the point that
the show. That's what happens when you walk in half ass naked and start bouncing it like that.
But you should be able to ignore it.
Yeah,
no, you still
get out of here,
Megan.
Megan.
Talk about all this because
we must stay strong.
But that's what people also pay for. If I go to a Megan concert and I don't see her butt naked throwing ass, I'm gonna be mad. I'm like, Megan, we can't take that ass.
That's the part though, is that like we want like my thing is always this, right?
She needs
To
be a
Naomi's
stripper.
point that she made earlier, the reason that women are doing that is because on some level, right? We can debate whether or not it's on the right level, but on some level, they're getting the attention that they're desiring from that stuff, right? Whether it's the body enhancements, whether it's over sexualizing themselves, whatever it is, they're getting attention from the shit, right? And we got to be honest about, yeah, we can say they need to come better with it up, but they getting attention from the motherfuckers. Now, is it the right attention? That's a whole separate conversation. But to them, it's like, well, mission accomplished. I wanted to be like this. I'm coming this way. I got what I wanted. If it's more OnlyFans, if it's more, everybody's now aspiring to be a stripper or OnlyFans model or a damn city girl rapper, right? Those are the aspirations. And then furthermore, I'll end on this. Should we even really be looking toward goddamn entertainers to quote unquote be pushing our culture, specifically like what we're looking for in mates and like what like is that what we need to, you know, is that Megan's responsibility, like that she's supposed to put?
No, but she plays a humongous role in what women aspire to. That's the thing, because I hear this a lot, like, because it's true, we shouldn't look to them for anything besides.
Because you brought up culture earlier. No other culture looks to their entertainers to say,
right, we're totally different. That's where we lose, because I'm a scientist and I have plenty of favorite scientists, and I know scientists as well, but nobody is interested in me as a scientist. Everyone's more interested in me like as a cool, like, fly person. But then that's just blackness at the end of the day. Like, it's not always gonna give, like, it might be the athlete or it might be the person who could sing the best or whatever, that like the most popular person does breed more attention in our culture. So then what do you do about that? Because at the end of the day, Megan Thee Stallion is garnering tons of like attention. Cardi B garners so much attention, whether it's warranted or not. Like, so what do you do? They just become, huh?
Not coming for Cardi.
No, not coming for her. Like, she garners.
You're saying warranted or not?
Because
it's warranted.
Whether it's warranted, she garners so much attention, but like, you know, that's just the way it is. It's like, it's just that way. Taylor Swift does numbers too. She garners a lot of shit, but she just doesn't influence the people in that way. She's here to just give you the art and go.
Because she bland. That's because they look towards us for everything. But I mean, like I said, like, we shouldn't look towards entertainers. That's why it's TV shows out here. That's why it's Gracie's Corner. You know, like, it's like you see these kids are seeing fully clothed people, and just like the whole thing with
but they're like, I want to be
Derek
like
Jackson, his wife, she was covering herself up,
for her.
and this man was cheating on her with everybody else naked, but he was saying this is what he wanted. But clearly, he didn't want his wife, who was the covered up one. He was going out cheating on her with the butt.
It's not an example. Neither one of them are.
That's no black man. You said women need to cover up. It's women covered up, and
they need to cover up. They need to give other fucking sides. Like, at the end of the day, it's especially black women, because of black women. I hate to speak on it so much, but it's just because I know the power. And once black women realize, at the end of the day, the world falls under you, bitch. Like, once you decide, like, okay, this is how it's coming, that's how everything will go. When you decide, like, when you decide, once the black woman has decided, like she has, this is how we're coming, and we're about to shake ass. You better look around. The world is gonna be shaking ass. You're gonna see people, bitches, women in Dubai who can't even let their hair out. They're gonna have TikTok shaking ass now. Seriously, Afghanistan, Australia, and just like when a black woman says, "Okay, we're about to do this," then the world follows suit. When a black woman says, "Okay," to her husband, "This shit ain't happening," then the shit's not happening. But it's going to take the black woman to recognize and realize that part so that we can get more shit accomplished. But at the same time, who knows? Who knows what the black woman's been through to where she just wants to shake her ass right now.
Here's how far I've seen shit come. I remember I forgot what video, but there's a video where Jay-Z and Beyonce, what fucking song is it? I don't know. But it was a huge controversy. This is how crazy, how far like shit is, like, at that time this was huge. Now it wouldn't be shit. Mm-hmm. It was a huge controversy because at some point in the video, she like grabbed his, like, she was like on her knees or something like that, but she like grabbed his belt or something, right? Yeah. And people was like, "Oh my God, why would she do that?" Why would she do it now? Like, you know, nobody wouldn't even give a fuck, right? Like, so there is like a sliding slope sometimes, right? With some of this shit in terms of what's acceptable. I think maybe that's what NDIRE was saying. Should this right here be what we promote as this is how we give it up in our culture? You know, where's the other side?
Before you know it, Sukiyana is gonna be the headliner, and then Sexy Red gonna be opening.
Like you just said,
Megan Thee Stallion just opened that door for them. Seriously,
you said it a minute ago, Lionel, that like when you were growing up, Essence had a certain thing. You knew that you didn't go to Jet magazine. They had the beauties of the week. You know, you were going there, you would see it. But Essence was different. You know what I'm saying? So there was
they totally were different vibes. Jet was like the shade room.
I just want to say one thing.
Let's go, Mo.
This, you know, the baddies and whatever, and
the
culture. I will say I blame one of the major culprits.
And
that's
not this time.
I partially blame Instagram because Instagram gave birth to the Instagram model.
Yep.
And when the Instagram model culture came around, it became about beauty and who's the baddest and who got the best figure and who's wearing the best fits and who's doing this and who's doing that, like for the pictures, because before Instagram had the reels and all that shit, you know what I'm saying? Like it was about the photos, it was about the stills, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I feel like it's a very major part in why people look to what they look to now, because if you look at those artists, those you know, people who are, they're still very much in that baddie, Instagram baddie type of category. And like we do know from like the early days in Instagram that being an Instagram baddie could put you to some places. You can get noticed by famous people. You can get noticed by athletes. Now you in these spaces where it's like people are aspiring to do that because I can do this with Instagram just from the way I look. Like, so a lot of people are leading with that so much today. Like the just the way they look and what they give off. And I just got to be the baddest bitch. I got to have the flyest shit. I got to have the designer bags. I need my hair laid. I need, you know what I'm saying, the bust down, middle part, jet black. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what, and women are like really, especially with women, because I mean, yes, a part of it does have to do with the male gaze and male attention that they seek. But I definitely, when they always talking about it, it made me kind of think back to where did this kind of like birth, like what birthed this era that we're in right now. And Instagram is definitely a big influence. I think like a lot of people did so much for just the shot. Like I'm trying to get the shots, and people still do it today. Like they not living their most authentic life on Instagram. Like they're definitely faking shit. Like this could be a rental car. This ain't even my house. I say Airbnb. Like I'm in this, but you know what I'm saying? Like, so.
No, it's definitely a reinforcer to these people, like false ideals of like what life is or what you should be getting, you know, like even now when I think about like all these kids, how they be wanting all these like designer shoes in high school. I'm like, I wasn't even thinking about no designer in high school, honestly. Like I would see my mom with like a designer purse or something, but like I was not expecting that for me. Not no $1,000 Rick Owens. I was
now that their social media, like they're not just competing, they're not just going to school and seeing like their peers. They get on the internet and seeing us and everybody else and people older than us that's coming like that.
Right.
So they seeing a 33-year-old that looks young and good and popping. And like, how the fuck up? How did you got on this? But the whole time they're 35 and like they've been working for the last 15 years, bitch. Like you haven't even had your first job yet.
Or come from wealth.
People they come from like rich parents who like kids can afford that. But like you and your group cannot. So don't be expecting to just be getting that from your parents and putting that pressure on your parents too.
Right.
And then it's like now you mad at your parents and your parents because they couldn't get you no $1,000 shoes when in my child expect that they get their ass beat.
No, sir, that's abuse.
I'm kidding. I'm gonna talk to my child, but we ain't doing that over here. Like we're not doing that over here, baby.
Yeah, right when Mo said that thing about Instagram, I was like, you know what? These women from Flavor of Love have been in my mind, and I've had knowledge of them now for almost, I think, 20 years now.
Wow.
And you know what I'm saying? Like when that damn show first came out, this was like people that we don't know. For no disrespect to any of them, but no real talents to speak of, right?
Right.
They just signed up. Yeah, well, shit, yeah, you know, they didn't have no reason to be on TV. They just was the only people that were, I'm willing to kiss Flavor Flav. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Like, they were the only ones who signed up for it. Now, goddamn, like Delicious is still walking around in hoops and shit. Bambi is still on reality TV. No, she was on Ray J, wasn't she?
Was
With
she on
Bambi.
any? No, she's on
I don't
Basketball
know what
Wives.
Bambi
No, she
was
was on
on.
Basketball Wives.
She was on Basketball Wives. That was her first start.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
Bambi, little Scrappy's girlfriend.
yeah, ex-wife.
Nah,
Oh wow.
she was on Basketball Wives. Y'all
No,
sure,
she
bro?
was on Love and Hip Hop.
Yeah,
That's
she
the
don't.
only I knew her.
No, she
That's
started on
after the
Basketball
fact.
Wives. Then she moved to Love and Hip Hop.
Nah, I think she was on Flavor Flav, bro.
No way, she was
Bambi was
definitely
not
on
on there.
Flavor.
I would know. I
I
know
would
my
know
Bambi.
too. No,
I know
you got
Bambi.
two people here that would know for sure.
Okay, where did she get the name Bambi from then?
That's her family nickname.
Because she's tall like Bambi, her legs.
There
When she
you
first
go.
started
No,
walking,
because she looked like a deer.
when she first started walking, her legs kind of buck like a deer.
Oh my gosh.
What reality shows have Bambi been on? I don't know what the fuck she was on, but it wouldn't surprise me. But anyway, I just brought that up because I was like, damn, I've been knowing about these motherfuckers for a long damn time, and I
No,
should know.
but I
Anyway,
feel like there was just
the
like
other girl was on there, not Bambi. What's the other girl that Mama D likes for Scrappy? She was on Flavor of Love.
Bucky.
Bucky, there you go.
Bucky,
She
yeah,
was on
Shay.
Flavor of
Bucky.
Love.
She go by
yeah,
Shay
she
now.
was on there.
Shay now, there you go. Shay. Yeah, she was on Flavor of Love. You know what I'm saying? Like, and again, at the time, that was a big deal. No disrespect to Flav, but Flav is, and people was like, yo, these women are willing to go on here and actually try to really, quote unquote, date this nigga. It was, look at Mo's face. It was like,
No, some of them were genuinely interested, but I saw some of them say like they didn't know who the guy was gonna be. They didn't even know it was gonna be that type of a show. So like they were going in so blind. Some of them, but I did hear some of them say like they knew it was Flav. Like some say till this day like they would still date him if they could.
yeah, that's the thing. Now like you can
Say that.
If you get these body enhancements, you can get your IG popping. You might be able to get now a famous person to jump in your DMs. You mess with a famous person these days. Now that kind of might make you famous. You can jump on your reality show and go and be on Baddie 6 fighting somebody tomorrow.
It's
Really,
microwavable hoes. You hoes are microwavable.
That's the thing is you got to be seen. Like if you are bad and you seen with like an athlete, an artist, a rapper, something. And don't let it be Drake. People all up in your business. You know what I'm saying? People want to know everything going on with you. Who is this girl? Now, all of a sudden, you have a following of people that are like, that's that girl who used to be Drake. Or now what's she doing? Now what they up to? Like, this is what I'm saying. Like, a lot of that shit, I feel like a lot of it started with Instagram and the Instagram model. Because, like, now.
Because niggas start jumping in them DMs.
It even started with, if you want to go back to what it really started with, the tabloids. And the magazine, the paparazzi trying to get into their lives, and then Instagram made it available. Well, Twitter was first to make you available to talk to your favorite person.
Nah, but Mo was talking about,
and boom.
I think Mo was just talking about more like those women who can get famous just off of
looks.
You looking at me like, damn.
No, definitely that was from Instagram.
That's what I'm saying. That's
like regular people,
right? Just everyday motherfucker.
Like that. I feel like that's what started like people like their drive to like wanting to really just be like, I'm doing this shit for the gram. Like that is the whole saying, like for the gram, because I'm really trying to be seen, I'm trying to be noticed. Like, and so I feel like now it's been like it's on a whole nother level today. Like people are so obsessed with that. I need to be like them. And honestly, I can say from being a teenager, when I started out on Instagram and stuff, like I never really took to Instagram all the way when I was younger. Like I didn't really like it. I was definitely on Twitter before a lot of my peers. Okay. But when I came into Instagram, I think Instagram was like really the first place as like a social media platform. Because obviously I was on MySpace when I was young and things like that. But Instagram was really the place where it was like, in a way, I was like kind of feeling a way comparing myself on Instagram, because it's like I said, like there's not much context that you're getting on Instagram. I'm not really getting to know who this is. I'm just seeing the pictures. Now I'm feeling a way about me. Like maybe I need to step my game up. Maybe I need to put some pictures on here and pose in a way, like, you know what I'm saying? Because yeah, like that was really for me anyway. That was, and I'm sure it's probably true for a lot of men and women. Like this is the first place that it was really like, it's almost like a competition on IG. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of how it's always been for a lot of people. So, I mean, I don't know. I think I've definitely learned a lot about social media growing up with it, you know, and we all have our own lessons that we've gotten from it. But I'm definitely at a point where it's like social media today is like, it's a great tool, but it's like at the same time, it's just too much for a lot of people. Like people are just so desperate to be something and just, you know, be seen and be known and this and that. I'm trying to be, you know, get my followers up and shit like that. Like, but it's like, damn, like
Yeah, it's
Like,
detrimental to people. I mean, it's
what's
detrimental to these people's minds and all that, like, because they don't got
Shout
that
out to
balance
Jay.
anymore like we used to have. Like, we used to have a balance of,
And
like, be on the phone after 9 for the free minutes, or you have to dial up on the internet. You like, so it was like, oh, I don't feel like doing all this, so I'm just gonna go kick it with my friend. We ain't worried about nobody. We just in tune with each other. But now it's like I can be on my phone all night looking at what I could be, what I should, while making in my mind what I should be. And you thinking like, oh, this person is this, but you don't know this person come from money. This person out here selling pussy. You know, like it's like you don't know what these people is doing, but you just making in your mind and making assumptions about.
Like, oh, they are so cool.
Because this person obviously is my age, and they doing this. And you gotta unlock that. You know, even as me, who I came from somewhere of like being able to distance myself and have that balance. Like you still get caught up in that. Like, oh, I should be doing this, I should be doing that, you know, but like you gotta know also like this shit ain't real. You know, some of this ain't real, some of this ain't reachable.
Like, and I be having to tell myself like they probably have to take 20 pictures to get like even like perfect, like no. I'm like, not me though. I'm a one shot.
Right. I was about to say that's why y'all can come to my Instagram and get the real shit. I'm a one take shorty.
Yeah, I'm definitely am.
Okay, because somebody accused me of editing my face. I'm like, I don't edit nothing on these.
Not Facetune.
Yeah, they like you.
I don't even be using a filter, like, cause I never got into Snapchat like that. So I was late coming to Instagram. I didn't really start using Instagram until like maybe I was 18, but I think I was like barely on there. I think it was like the end of high school. I was so late joining.
What year was that though? Because y'all young.
I graduated 2013.
See, yeah.
And I think it maybe started when Instagram started, like 2011.
Yeah, that sounds about
right. A little earlier than that, surprising. I've seen it. It was like
Tiara said, F y'all, I take a few pictures to get a good one. Let me tell you a trick, because I feel like
post that first picture, give the world the real.
I feel like I was always that person that I was like, no, I need to take something. Let me take it again. Let me take it again. Let me take it again. Now, what I do is I'll take pictures, and if I'll be like, I'm not feeling it, I definitely just close that app and put it away for a little bit. Come back to that bitch, and you're gonna be like, why was I tripping? Like, bitch, you look good. You know what I'm saying? Like, love it. Because sometimes you just gotta get out your head. You know what I'm saying? Like, you trying to give off something else, maybe, or you're just trying to like be perfection. But whenever you come back to this, well, at least for me, when I come back to those pictures that I think were kind of mid at first, I'm gonna come back and be like, I'm gonna post this, like, because I was tripping. Like, I look really good in this picture. So maybe try that, you know, little
there you go.
Try that out, see how that works for you.
Hey, all right, let's get ready to get up out of here for tonight, man. God damn, this went by fast. Y'all do make a point though that all it takes is for one person to see you or one time, and you can be out of here. The one dude that what's my man's name that made the commercial? Where the money reside? Where the money reside?
Oh yeah, Darrell.
That motherfucker. Now he fighting on TV, all kinds of shit. You know what I'm saying? Because he's still on the what is it? What's the name of the damn show? Bad Boys. Yeah. So yeah, and we gotta have a whole conversation about just the reality shit, because we
gotta talk about reality TV, because even when we were like thinking, you know, because I feel like all this really is just like an agenda, and there's so much programming that comes into it. But I was thinking about that shift of the early 2000s when you're talking about Flavor of Love, and Torian, you were talking about like seeing Black families on like TV, and I feel like that got cut in the 2000s. Like there were a lot of like Black shows, but like early 2000, mid 2000s, like that stopped and reality TV started. Like you started getting fed like this is real. Yeah. So it's very interesting. We're definitely gonna have to like
we'll get into that. Maybe we'll do that next week, because I was watching some of the when they showing that like the casting for like Bad Girls Club. People come in there to cast for it. They already know they gotta like go over the top, cuss somebody out, threaten to beat a bitch up. It's like, god damn.
No, that's why I don't mess with Zeus. I really don't like that. Like,
no, I seen somebody say, like, what is Zeus' mission statement?
Right, no, because it's true. Because some girl on there who was auditioning, she was missing her daughter's birthday just to audition. Like, girl, where is you at? Like, come on now.
Right.
You
And
know
they
you're
said,
not gonna
I'm
make
sorry,
it.
next.
Right, they
Next.
do like that. Like, girl, look what you did. Like,
That daughter will never forget this birthday.
at all. I
And
don't
then she'll be able to watch you at the auditions.
get cut like that.
Like, oh, so this is what it's so wet.
So that was worth leaving me, mom.
Right.
For hours. Like,
Nah, it's wild.
no.
How
Yes,
about you
wow.
in the hospital?
And we'll talk about it though. Reality TV and the downfall of Black society. We'll go there next week because they are Jesus Christ. And my man, I might have to do some Ray J slander. Y'all know I don't slander two people, Indy Irie and Ray J. Never catch slander from me, but
Why not Ray J?
Right. You know, Black people, we like
Ray is
roaches.
my
We
guy.
ain't downfalling. We just need to clean this shit up.
Ray is my guy. I don't know, right? After he made one, I respected Ray J because the nigga really can't sing, and he made that one wish and was so damn serious. I was like, that's my nigga. I like niggas that don't really got talent but win. I love it. That nigga really not that. He really not that good of a singer. Y'all saw the boy on the damn verses. The boy can't sing.
He was drunk
He
and
was
high.
trying so hard, poor baby. So that was like so tough to see. I was like,
That's my guy. But all right, man, we'll holler at y'all next week. Thank y'all, man, for listening. Thank y'all for watching. Hit us up on the podcast section of iTunes or wherever it is that you listen to your stuff. Oh, I ain't asked y'all. Are y'all gonna jump on Mark Zuckerberg's threads? Are y'all getting on threads? What y'all gonna do?
I never
I'm
heard
gonna
of
see. Well, I didn't join Spill, so
Fucking spill. I'm
Spill
behind.
it's the they was trying to make it the Black Twitter,
Okay.
but you got to have an invite only. So I got to
Oh.
send y'all my codes if y'all want to get on there.
Well,
But it's-
Torian, send me
trying
the
to be
invite
like-
because I registered already.
Okay,
Okay, yeah. I gotta see what's
Yeah.
popping.
I'm
So,
like,
yeah.
I don't think
it's
so.
Black
I think
on.
I'm done. I think I'll die with the ship if Twitter goes. Like, you know. yeah.
Twitter was dope, but I think it's a lot of Elon doing all these changes.
No, but
like,
that's what I'm saying. Like, I'll just die with the ship. Like, people.
you gonna go down with it.
I'm like,
feel
I
you.
don't want another addiction. Okay, I smoke enough weed as it is. I don't need, I already open my phone and go open Instagram. Like, your screen time tell you all that shit. It'd be like most first open app. Like,
That's why y'all need to get rid of y'all's phones. Y'all getting controlled by the robot. Just throw the bitch.
we all know Lionel
I'm like, don't be
Feel
jealous.
disciplined.
Just- you can't
Don't
keep
throw
up
Lionel
with
don't give a shit about a phone. He'll lose that
Like you
motherfucker.
set it
today.
down gently because that bitch expensive.
Okay.
Throw that hoe
Let's
out the
build
window.
discipline.
Make sure you driving at
I'm
least
like,
60
I
miles an
listen to
hour.
Lionel. Okay.
Yeah, my nigga Lionel lost like 6 phones since I known him. That nigga don't give a fuck.
No, like,
Like Lionel just gave up. Don't let him fool y'all. No, I'm just
I'm like, fuck them phones.
Yeah,
Y'all really
right.
fucked up.
no,
Okay.
that's just
All right,
crazy.
man, we out of here. We'll see y'all
Peace,
next
y'all.
week, man. Peace,
Good
y'all.
night.
Ski. I forgot to do my